Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talks the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world most famous arena with the clip. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, we real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variant, I'm dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. The entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping and tempo. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause at the Knicks we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. We drink the logo when there's airspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's any dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like stars divine on Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Yes. Salute everyone. What's going on? Knicks real talk. Let's get it. We in the building. Child Power the Divine. Gonna get it popping. Hopefully KJ get in there in a minute. But salute everybody, man. Hope everybody having a good day, man. Nice Saturday. Peaceful day today. But here we are, man. We had to talk about all this Knicks news that was happening in the last couple of weeks. The last week. Got some signings going on. We're going to talk about the roster, what you guys think about the roster and all that. We're going to get into all that, man. So there you go. Knicks Real Talk presents Knicks Core Plus More. The streets say we deep. And let's do it, man. Chop Howard, what's good, bro?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Yo, salute to everyone. Yeah, Real Talk, man. As y'all know, Knicks made some moves. Jalen Brunson in the building. Hawkinstein in the building. Mitchell Robinson re-up for $60 million. 4 years, just like I thought. So it's good, man. I'm pretty happy with what we did, man. Everybody might not be satisfied, but right now, I'm happy, man. We did some good things. We brought back Mitch. I'm really happy about that because I just think that was the right thing to do. I think Brunson is going to be a beast. People sleeping on Brunson. I'm going to drop the video with him and Harkenstein later on. Let y'all see some of the things that they could do. But other than that, man, I'm good. Shot Powers, I'm happy, man, what the Knicks did. We got about $5.4 million left in cap space. I still think we can will and deal with Fournier and them if they decide to. And still create some money. The Donovan Mitchell buzz is out there getting a little bit more deeper due to the fact that the Utah Jazz traded Rudy Gobert to Minnesota.
Oh, what a monster trade.
Right. So it look like they trying to clear Danny Ainge trying to build that thing, tear it down, build it back up. That's the way he did in Boston, when they got rid of KG and all them, brought in Brad Stevens, tore it all down, brought in a rookie coach like Brad Stevens. Same thing he doing in Utah with Will Hardy. He gonna bring that young man in there, trade all the top players, and try to do it over the way they did it in Boston. So, that Donovan Mitchell stuff is floating in the air just due to all that, to what they doing down in Utah. But other than that, man, I'm excited about the Knicks shop. Like I said, I like the moves, man. We just a step close. We finally got a point guard to help build this roster out moving forward. And I like what he brings to the table. So I'm excited about it for sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this, man. Salute to the Blockness Monster, man. Mitchell Robinson, AK Fitness, Mr. Finesse over there, Mr. Fitness and stuff. Glad that he came back and signed with us, man. I kind of thought that he was going to do that, so I'm happy that he did do that. To bring Jalen Brunson in here, we've been talking about Jalen Brunson coming here for at least a month or so now, so he's finally here now. So I think the Knicks front office really changed people's perspective about what that 11th pick really meant to them. I believe that 11th pick was to try to get Ivy, and I believe if we would have got Ivy, we still would have made some of these same moves that we would have had. I think we would have had Ivy with Brunson. I think that would have been our front court. But nevertheless, we still making moves. We got this backup center, this Isaac guy. He's a pretty decent. He's a decent backup center. He plays good ball. He got good eyes. He could pass the ball. He could rebound. He could block shots. Very good guy to back up Mitchell Robinson, man. And a sleeper that we got also in this trade is this guy Kills from Duke. He is a very, very determined player, man. He can play some basketball, man. I watched some games with Duke, and the guy can shoot, he can defend, and he can drive to the hole. So we made some good acquisitions in this off season. Good moving forward. We traded away all the players that we said that majority of players that we said we were going to do, i.e. Burks, Noel, and Kimba. You know what I mean? So if we can make another splash by maybe shaking up something with Evan Fournier and D Rose, I think we'll have a bigger season this year. I think we need to really make a move. And there's a name out there that has been hitting the concrete and stuff out there about this guy, OG Abanobi. And yeah, he's a pretty decent guy, man. I remember watching him play this year. So last year? I don't think he played too much this year. Last year. So I mean, if we could get a hold of him and bring him over here, maybe we can make a move with Fournier or something.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, let's recap how it all started. Draft night, Knicks had the 11th pick. Pick came to us. We dealt it. We didn't literally deal it somehow. We moved it down to the 13th, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
That sent that gave them ability to get my man from Memphis, Jalen Brunson. We sent Kemba Walker over there. All right, we sent them there. And then we kept going on from there. And then, we wound up being able to capitalize to get free the cap space up, wound up getting enough 30-something million. Then we had enough to go get Jalen Brunson, get Harkenstein. We used Mitch, signed Mitch. So we still got $5 million in cap, which is very good. So from there to now, I think the Knicks get a good job. And then you're going to have to spend RJ, which I think that's going to happen. I'm not worried about that. A lot of cats out there getting the bag. Darius Garland got 193 with the center. Zion got his 193. So cats get money out there. So we have to see how it goes but I'm confident with what they're gonna do with RJ Barrett. I'm not even concerned, to me, real talk. But I will say this here though, man. If you look at Jalen Brunson, you know what's so interesting to me, Shop Powell, when you see guys on other teams, you be like, man, that cat can get down. But soon he kind of gets to New York, everybody think these cats ain't the truth. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. Jalen Brunson could ball out, man. I mean, this kid is nice. Don't worry about his height. You know what I mean? Kemba Walker was a full-time All-Star. I mean, a full-time All-NBA team and All-Star at the height he was. But the man got dog in him. He can get down, man. And I'm gonna put that out there. Let you see that 41-point game against Dallas in the playoffs. I mean, the kid can get it, and I think he's gonna make a big difference in New York. I really think he's gonna help the squad. He's gonna make Mitchell Robinson better. He's gonna make RJ better because now the team got to put the emphasis on him too. It ain't like when you RJ and them, you can't be double teaming everybody because Jalen Brunson can get down. So what it does, that makes the defense have to take
one-on-one.
Right, taking heed of what the Knicks are doing by Jalen Brunson being better than any point guard we had in a long time. Now defense can't unload. They can't load on Randall. They can't load on RJ. You know what I mean? Now they're going to have to be aware that this cat can get to the hole, and he gets to the hole like no other. He got a good mid-range game. He got dog in him. He could pull up just about anywhere, and he shot 37% from three. So I mean, you got to take that into consideration. When the last time we literally had a point guard on a consistent basis, not up and down, but this guy do this on a regular basis. So every night he come in the building, he's gonna do what he do. He come to work. You know what I mean? And great raids, man, from people that talk about Jalen Brunson. You look at Derek Harper, who played for the Knicks. You know what I mean? And he's also a broadcast analyst for the Dallas. Like he said, the Knicks got a good one. You know what I mean? And he did every game watching the cat play. You know what I mean? Obviously, so, it's good to see a lot of NBA dudes respect Brunson, you know what I mean? Because the man can get it. So, I mean, regardless of what you may think about him on the outside, the Knicks think highly up and give him $100 million, you know what I mean? $104 million. So it don't matter what we may think about it. Knicks feel like the man can come in and help New York Knicks take it to another level. Yeah, he's not a franchise guy. He's not the one that's going to put us over the hump, but he's a piece to the puzzle. You know what I mean? He's just another piece to the puzzle. And at 25 million, 26 a year, that's not bad because the guys who you want to take you home is up in the 30s or 40s and 50s. You know what I mean? 50 million a year. So obviously he won't even make half of what Westbrook make. Westbrook may almost make $50 million. Jalen Brunson make 25. Ain't no need to complain about that. You know what I mean? So and the cat took the team to the Western Conference Final with Luka Doncic being a primary ball handler. You know what I mean? And so you can imagine what he's gonna be now that he's gonna be the primary ball handler and he get to distribute more and do his thing in New York. So I think it's gonna be fun to watch him.
Yeah, I'm not underestimating this guy, Brunson. I seen him play in the playoffs this year, and he played very well. And he also comes from a very good school. So, and he's has the accolades from playing in college. And he has come this year, like you say, you're going to play the 41-point game. That game that he played was masterful, and he has that in his bag. And I think that he is going to be a good piece here to really get these guys established. I think the play style that we're going to play with now with him on the court, I think he's going to be able to set everybody up. And to set everybody up, man, oh man, that's all we really need. We won't see as much Julius Randle handling the ball, so we won't see as much Julius Randle turning the ball over. We will see Mitch when he make. I guarantee you guys, we say that Mitch slides off of the screens too early. Watch how he works with Mitchell Robinson, how to set that screen. He is going to show Mitchell Robinson, this is where I want you to set this screen, and then you roll. Now you're going to see how Mitchell Robinson's game is going to elevate. You're going to be able to put everybody else in their position, and I think that he's a great acquisition to the New York Knicks team. I can't talk any better about him. At one time, I want to say that I was also on the bandwagon of saying that he was getting paid a little high, a little bit more money that I would expect it to pay for him. 25 million. I was like, that's a lot of money for him. But now that the dust is settled, and I see right around where his range will be, the money fits him well, and I think he's going to show that he's worth every 25 million, 26 million of that this year.
Yeah, real talk, man. Hey, let's look at a little bit of what he was doing in the playoffs right quick when we get back at the other side, man. But the brother was doing his thing in the playoffs, man. Look at that game against the Utah Jazz, 41 points. He was doing his thing, man. I just wanted everybody, to look at the things that he could do. Imagine how he going to make the team better by the things he's doing. And we can call it out when we talk about it. Here we go, Jalen Brunson, real quick when we get back at it. Yeah, as you can see him right there, man. The cat can get to the hole, like that, man. He penetrates real well. He can knock down a three ball, occasionally. So he gets it, man. There you go right there, pulling up. He just got a good game overall. So y'all check out the way the brother get down, man. I like that in New York, man. We haven't nobody who could penetrate like he do and pull up like that at the point guard spot for a minute. So I do think that we got a good one on our hand. That go the pace. We always talk about Shop Howard say push the pace, boom, and pull up. Come on, man. That's real talk right there. You know what I mean? The cat can get down, man. He ain't no scrub, bro. For real. Mid-range game, 3-point game, drive to the basket. He just got all the tools, man. I think you're gonna be surprised when he get in New York and do the things he do. Look at that.
Lefty. Kind of look like me a little bit now. No, I'm frightened.
Right. With Maestro with the ball. Look at that. He going to the paint. Got the body. Him and RJ got that game I like about the Knicks. So that's why I'm happy about the starting lineup. Because these two guys, they can penetrate real well. The guy spot up.
He know how to use his body well, man. He puts that body between that ball, man. Mm-hmm. You really can't get to that ball because he puts that lean into it, so you really can't reach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's that pace right there. They got 10 extra 15 points a game right there. Keep doing that. Look, spot my man Dinwiddie, trailing, bang. You know what I mean? So I think we got one hook of ball. You know what I mean? Obviously, defense ain't top notch, but he still put the effort in. But he's gonna be good though. You know what I mean? I'm excited about this move right here. There you go. Look at rebound, push the pace. Going at Mitchell with the body, reverse.
Yeah,
and you got it. Yeah, man. Excited about it, man. Here you go again. Cross, pull up at the 3. Come on now. Whoa, a spot. He surveyed the landscape real well. Boom, another one. I mean, come on. Watch how he surveyed the landscape. Boom, got caught my man right there, corner. And again, rolled off the pick. Look at him going.
Spots people, man. He spots people.
Yeah, man. That's a point guard right there. Look at he's surveying the landscape. Watch him. Crossover and one. They shouldn't give it to him, but it looked like it. Then again, man, he know how to control the pace. You see the defense right there. Pull up in the lane and one. Again, caught him, fade away. Look at the pass. He just got that knack, man. He hungry too. Look at this. Got on Donovan Mitchell's back. Look at the pass. There you go. Here go Harkenstein right here. This is a young man, the center we got. 7 foot. Kid can get it a little bit. I think they did pretty well. Harkenstein, he can shoot the 3 ball. Good defender and a good passer, actually. Yeah, but there you go, man, right there. So them 2 of our main guys that we got, we had got, in free agency. I'm looking forward to see what they could do. I think they're gonna be pretty decent. I think my man Jalen Brunson, I'm telling y'all, he's gonna be the real deal. You know what I mean? I just believe that, man. So Shot Powell, I'm really excited about him being a floor general in New York. We haven't had a floor general in a while. You know what I mean? It's good to have a floor general. You know, not a floor soldier, a floor general. You know, who can really take control of that game team and put RJ and all the cats in the right spot. And he get down the lane so much. You know, if any one of them centers in the NBA come and try to double him, you know, Mitchell Robinson right there. So I think it'll be really interesting to see how we do with this thing, guys. I'm excited about Jalen Brunson. And I think the brother's legit, man. So let's hope that he keep prospering, come to New York, help us out, get us to where we got to go, man, and just be one piece of the puzzle. He ain't the answer, he ain't the savior, but he's a piece to it. So knowing that he's a piece of the puzzle and he can help make these guys better, man, it'll be interesting the way we roll out the roster at the beginning of the year. Shot Power.
Yeah, the way that he just is going to make us a little bit better. You know, how much better? I don't want to speculate on how much better, but I believe that he's going to make the team better overall. And once we finalize what we're going to do for at least for this year, we're going to see more forward motion going on. Summer League is coming up. They're going to start, getting together real soon, man. You know, they're going to get in early to learn how to play with this guy Brunson. I believe if Julius gets in there early with him and Brunson, I think they can have a real positive game going this year. You know, Brunson knows how to feed someone that wants to score. So if Julius wants to be that scorer this year, if RJ wants to be that scorer this year, he's going to make sure that he sets you up so you can get into that position. And another big thing about this guy, he is a big time shot maker. You know what I mean? He, at the end of the games last year, we were having problems ending games because we had no one to produce. This guy can come in and produce left hand, right hand, jumper, 3-pointer, drive to the hole. A very good pickup for the New York Knicks.
Yeah, real talk. You know, it's interesting to me. Everybody. I mean, when this cat, you know, this is in his genes. You know what I mean? Saying Shot Powell, it's like he came out of his mother's womb destined to be a basketball player. You know what I mean? You know, his dad was a ball player. Dad was on the 1999 New York Knicks run at the championship that year, man. You know, he was there a couple of times when the Knicks got to the deep in the playoffs. He was on the champion on that team that went to the finals anyway, excuse me. But then, you know, like I always say, man, Villanova, Jay Wright, you know what I'm saying? Philadelphia connection, Jersey connection. I mean, the cat, you know, he was destined to be who he is. And I think what's really misunderstood is that the 4 years he was in Dallas, think about what he had to go through, because when he first came out of rookie year, him and Luka and them pretty much came out at the same time. So he never had a chance to really shine like he wanted to. Then you had J.J. Barrera. You had all these guys, so he had to kind of wait his turn. But then he finally got that break last year when he showed the proof, like, listen, you know, without Luka Doncic on the floor with him, 20 points a game, 5, 6, 7 assists. You know, he was killing. He helped Luka carry them to the Western Conference Finals. So I think somebody who's battle tested, he got a pedigree in him, come from a good school, come from a good background. He been living around basketball his whole life, so he knows the game. Like Jay Wright, I would listen to an interview with Jay Wright. Jay Wright said, "Listen, this cat come to work every day. He's a student of the game. You know what I mean? And he loved the game. So it's good to hear his former coach give him all the praises. I think he's gonna be good for the Knicks. Shot Powell, real talk."
Yeah, I heard something before about when his father played with the Knicks and his tender when he was here, that he used to come in with Patrick Ewing and these guys that used to be on the court, and he used to imitate or emulate these guys in the way they used to do their moves. And he's a New York Knick from heart, if you ask me, man. He played basketball on Madison Square Garden before he even played basketball in the NBA. So he grew up being a New York Knick with his father being here. So I got high hopes for him, and I hope that he does what he needs to do to make this team a little better.
Yeah, real talk, man. I agree with you 100%. Because if you look at real quick, we throw it up there again for the family. If you look at the stats, man, and to me, it tells you why. In the sense they kind of misleading to me because, if you look at his first year, here's what's more important. He played 73 games in his I guess that's his rookie year, 73 games. Then I think that might have been a shortened season. Then that was the one we had 72 games that year. He still only missed 4 games. Only missed 3 games this year. The cat is very durable, very durable. Then you look at his numbers. They got better. That's when you know a player is good. Obviously, the shortened season. Think about it. In that 73 game season, he was at 9.3, but then he only played 57 games a year, but he still was 8 points, only 1 point drop off. But then look at the next year, 12. Look at this year, 16. That's him and RJ. They type of guys who they get better as the year go on. So I think that's important for him. And now he averaged 16 this year on 79 games playing with Luka. Now he about to be the primary ball handler in New York with RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, whoever going to be at the 2, Mitchell Robinson, but he's going to be now his shot attempts may go up due to the fact that he don't have to the sacrifices game for Luka Doncic. You know what I mean? Now he just can go beat Jalen Brunson and make sure all the other cats around him do their job because he's that good. So I think they're gonna really get to see something, man. I really do. So like somebody said, 18-7 from the point guard spot in New York. That'd be dope, man. So I'm really excited about that, man. Real talk. So let's hope Jalen Brunson just come in here and add to the piece. Then like I said, the young man Harkenstein, athletic 7-foot stretch cat, play defense, and he's a good passer at the top of the circle. So he got some game in him. You know what I mean? He moved around a little bit, but you expect that when you got to play in Houston with James Harden, no matter your rookie year, you're never gonna get that much burn. You know what I mean? When he got the Clippers playing under Ty Lue last year, he was around a bunch of real good, intelligent men. I mean, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, all these guys, man. He was around a bunch of true basketball players, and what they did, they made him better because he was playing around a better team or more. And Ty Lue was one of the best coaches in the game. You know what I mean? So I think you can see when a guy like Harkenstein is around people who are really about the game, opposed to a team like Houston who were just building when he got there. They done tore it all down, and you got Green and them in there, and all these guys. So Harkenstein, he had to go through that little rookie thing with them. But I like that addition, man. Stretch big. Now think about it. Being that he's stretch big, you could bring him in the game with Julius Randle, and you still got 2 7-footers in there. Him and Mitchell Robinson, and one of them could stretch to 4, and and he plays defense too. So I think when you look at all the moving parts, Shaw Powers, that was a good pickup for the Knicks because I do think he's that versatile at the 4 and 5 because he just stretch big and he can block shots. He's a good passer. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be pretty fun to see how everything works out for him.
Yeah, from watching him and some of the things about how he played basketball and stuff like that, like the one of the show, the clip that you played of him a few seconds ago. This guy is gutsy. He plays hard, and he's a big guy. You know what I mean? And he really haven't hit more than 20. I believe he hasn't played more than 20 minutes per season, but he's young. He fits the age scheme of what the New York Knicks is doing. He looks hungry. And I think he's going to come over here and really, I could only imagine how him and Mitchell Robinson, go one-on-one on scrimmage games and stuff like that. So it's going to be something to see, man. You know what I mean? And I think those 2 guys will make each other better. I think, I suspect that this year Mitchell Robinson is going to have maybe a slightly different game than what he had last year. I hope that his free throws is what he really works on. If he doesn't do anything else, if he could work on his free throws, that would probably be the best thing for him to really work on. But I think him and Isaiah playing against each other in the scrimmage games is going to iron sharpens iron, and I think that's one thing that they're going to do together.
Yeah, real. And you also got to throw in Jericho Sims in there. I mean, and I think the Knicks is solid at the center spot. I always said, if the name would have been to me was Mitchell Robinson and Jericho Sims can carry the Knicks at the center spot for the next 4 years. I mean, you know what? And to me, the big thing about Harkenstein is like now that having Jericho Sims there. Think about this here: you can either literally if you were to hypothetically move Randall, just for some reason you had to do it, and Obi moved to the starting position. Think about now you can bring Harkenstein at the backup 4 and still have Jericho Sims back up Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? And you talk about defenders, elite defenders, almost basically not elite, but Mitchell Robinson's an elite defender. Harkenstein, my man, they average, but as still, they still defenders. So if you got Harkenstein backing up Obi Toppin, and you got Jericho Sims backing up Mitchell Robinson, you good there. You know what I mean? You good there. Or you can mix and match how you want to. But I think Nick's pretty good at the 5 spot. And I like the Harkenstein. I like that trade, man. I like that signing. 2 years, $16 million. Man, come in there, do what you got to do. 2 years from now, the contract comes out the books, you still got $16 million. You know what I mean? So I think the Knicks are doing it real good. I like the way the front office not giving out bad contracts. They gave out 2 good ones so far, but 3 good ones. Mitchell Robinson, Harkenstein, and Jalen Brunson. Them were good, solid NBA contracts, and the cap went up $10 million. So you got Mitchell Robinson basically for nothing because the cap went up. You know what I mean? So you kind of, that money you paying him, it only was the cap that went up, that $10 million of it. So I think it was a good move for him, Shot Power, to do that, lock Mitchell Robinson in. And I'm excited about Mitchell Robinson moving forward because I think the man going to really bring it this year. I think I seen a little something he had on Twitter. He was like, listen, he gave his appreciation. Listen, man, you haven't seen the best of me. You know what I mean? And he ready to get at it. I think Mitchell Robinson going to be a force this year, man. But having a guy like Jalen Brunson get in the lane, we going to see how it's going to go.
I'm just gonna say, all you guys know me, man. I am a homer for Mitchell Robinson, man, and I'm glad that he's one of the guys that's been here longer than 4 years and got a contract to stay here with the New York Knicks. I think he's only scratched the surface. I know he has a lot to work on. He's semi-young. He's 24 years old. If he could just, I don't care if he picks up any other moves. I would love for him to step out 8 feet from the basket and take a jump shot. I would love to see him hit a jump hook or a sky hook. I would love to see him do that. A little short jumper off the backboard or something like that off the left or the right side. I would love to see him do that. But if Mitchell Robinson can get his free throws up to 72, 74%, he is easily going to be 13 to 15 points this year, man. If every time Mitch grabs the board and he goes back up, about 60% of the time he gets fouled, man. And if he could bring his free throw shooting up to, I'm not exactly sure how many times Mitchell Robinson gets to the line, but I know Mitchell Robinson gets to the line at least 5 times a night. Five times a night, that's 10 points, plus a couple of alley-oops and a couple of offensive rebounds. That's easily around 15 points a night, man. And so that's what I hope. If he doesn't pick up any of those things, that I would love to see them in the game this year to show that he's making progress. But my main focus for Mitchell Robinson, get your free throw shooting from 40, like low 40, 41, 42%. Get into 71% or something like that. Hit about 70% of your free throws. That will elevate his game for me this year. And I'm a homer for Mitch anyway. Just FYI.
Oh, absolutely. But Sherman gave a great point. He's not a good defender at all, but I think hopefully he coming to this year, everybody, that he realize how athletic he is, how high he can jump. I think Obi Toppin, just off his ability to jump, should be averaging 2 block shots a game, 3 block shots a game. That's about how athletic he is. So hopefully that's something that he work on. Guys learning as they go on. He might be a late bloomer, but I do think that if you have to move Julius Randle, because listen, if Obi Toppin can give you 17 and 7. Let's say 17 and 7, knowing that he might not be a great defender, but he does have Mitchell Robinson back there. You know what I mean? And at the end of the season last year, you see him kind of start block shot playing a little better defense. So sometimes it just got to be about effort. And not everybody can play defense. But I think his athleticism should make up for some of it. You know what I mean? And he just got to master the footwork and everything like that. But but I like what the Knicks got down there, guys. Real talk, man. I think these cats gonna be all right, man. I think the Knicks and that OG Anunoby thing. I'll tell you this right here. I wish the Knicks could send Fournier and whoever to Toronto for that boy.
Let me say this, Divine. they could send uh Fournier. I hate to say this out loud, Knicks fans, but they could send uh, Cam Reddish and they could send 2 first-round picks. I think that will get him. I think 2 first-round picks where we got a slew of all these first-round picks, Cam Reddish and Fournier, for so the money can match. I think that offer may can steal him from over here, and it will help us out because Fournier's not on the team now. Now we'll have a solid 10-man rotation right there.
Yeah,
Solid.
yeah. If you throw OG Anunoby at the 3 with Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson, that's a damn good front line right there.
I'm just saying.
And you got R.J. Barrett and Jalen Brunson, R.J. Barrett, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. That's solid. I don't care how you can place that any way you want to. You got length. And Anunoby about big, taller than Mitchell. I mean, not Mitchell Robinson. I meant to say Julius Randle. But you got length there, athleticism. He can hit the 3 ball pretty decent. He could bang. So yeah, I wouldn't mind. Hey, they could pull that off of Evan Fournier. That is a win-win for the Knicks. I mean, all the way around. You know what I mean? And you see how it goes, man. But I know they on the Kevin Durant train and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, we still got some moves to make in New York. But I'm happy with where we at. Salute to the chat too, man. Where's born? Y'all got to pop it up in there. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Y'all already know. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. We in the building. Divine Sharp Powers. When we talking about this Knick off-season thing, man, which was pretty well so far. I like the way it's going. I like the way they're doing. I think we're a deep team, and it's going to be some upset guys who ain't going to be able to play. But the Knicks got a nice deep team down there, and we still got moves to make. So I'm really excited about that, man. Real talk that these cats can showcase what they did in the off-season. I think the Knicks did a good job. I cannot complain. Can't be more happier because you know what? Let's say the Donovan Mitchell thing fall through. Granted, small backcourt, but that's firepower though. And the Knicks got the assets to get him. But I like what the Knicks also say. They don't want to make the mistake that they made with Carmelo Anthony. They don't want to relinquish all them first-round picks and put them in a bad spot down the future. I like the way the front office think. And I think they're doing a good job. They did a damn good job in free agency, man. Because like I said, ain't nobody gonna regret that Jalen Brunson move. I'm telling y'all, and I think having that. What did I say? Chop Howard. I wanted the Knicks to draft. We needed some length, so they went out and got Harkenstein. I said, what did I always say? I said that Robinson was the tallest Knick we had last year because my man what's his name? Noel didn't even play, and Jericho Sims like 6'10" with the afro. But when they went out and got Harkenstein, I was like, okay, no, they got another big out there with some length, and this cat can shoot the ball. He shot 47% last year for the 3-point line, so that wasn't bad for him. So I mean, hopefully he could do it consistent through a whole season. But I like what they brought in here. I like Harkenstein playing with the Clippers. Been around some real dope dudes, man. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Jackson, Ty Lue, Sam Cassell. Them keep been around cats who know the game. You know what I mean? Cats who don't won championships. So I think he's gonna come in here, gonna make a difference in New York. So I'm excited about that, man. But moving forward, man. Good summer, good all season so far. We still got some things to do. Sharp Power still make some moves. I'm hoping we can do the Fournier thing and bring in just an athletic guy there, man, who can still shoot the ball. Might cost us much, but if you telling me you can replace him with another player better than him, or clear some cap space for down the line, and you could bring in Quentin Grimes, you could bring in Cam Reddish. I still think you still Knicks team is that deep. If you lose Evan Fournier, I wouldn't care if you put Cam Reddish till you still got a nice starting lineup. Sharp Power. So I think we're gonna be good right there.
I'm just gonna say this. And as a Knicks fan, we all know, and I know the chat has been out there about Evan Fournier and Brunson being in the starting unit. Me personally, I would love for Fournier to go to the second unit and let him and Cam have to battle it out to see what minutes they would get and stuff like that. But I don't believe Fournier wants to come off the bench. You know what I mean? So I think there may be a trade coming down the line before the season starts. Not Cam. I'm sorry, Evan Fournier. I believe Evan Fournier doesn't want to come off the bench, and I think there's going to be a trade for Evan Fournier to a team. And I mean, OG would be a nice fill-in to put him in that position to help us out. I think that would be a a real good acquisition. If we get him, man, I think that will really help. That's a starter unit, second unit, any unit that he's on. I think it'll be a very good addition to the team.
Yeah, real talk. And just for these just some of the ideas we talk about. But let me tell you something. According to all the sources out there and everything, Toronto Raptors going after KD. You know, we just throwing out there because we Knicks fans and we want to see Evan Fournier move. That we mean it's going to happen? No, but I do think the Knicks need to move on for Evan Fournier. I just think that 18 million could go to. You could add that 18 million with something. So if you did have to bring in a Donovan Mitchell, you got to have that cap money to do that. So if you talk about Evan Fournier and somebody else, and if for all those who might like him or they don't like, well, it all depends what the Knicks want to do. If the Knicks really want Donovan Mitchell, it don't matter what we think. You know what I mean? So, but I think having that 18 million for Evan Fournier, you might have to throw in Derrick Rose. So let's say here's why I think that Danny Ainge would do that. I'll tell you why. Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose, and all the picks he want for Donovan Mitchell, he'd do it because he's getting the picks and them contracts is about to be expiring. You know what I mean? Like we know they got team options. So Danny Ainge would be like, okay, I'll get my picks. I still get the clear cap space in a year because they rebuilding. If they move Donovan Mitchell, they rebuilding. So he probably say Derrick Rose and Evan Fournier on them short deals, and then the Knicks give me the picks I want. I think Danny Ainge would jump on that in a heartbeat because it would make sense from a team perspective. Now you got Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. We top 5 in the East, easy. So I think the Knicks put themselves in a good place to wheel and deal and still keep the flexibility because 3 years from now, Donovan Mitchell contract could be off. R.J. he have a year left on his deal. Mitchell Robinson deal would pretty much be up. Jalen Brunson deal would be up for. So if you roll with that team for 4 years, and then if you get to a point where you think you could make it to the finals, you could trade somebody, bring in a better piece to say, okay, now the Knicks is in the finals. So I do think you got to start somewhere though. But so I do think the Jalen Brunson thing was a start for me. Bringing back Mitchell Robinson was important because that let guys in the NBA know that the Knicks is willing to extend their guy. Because think about it, the Knicks wasn't extending nobody since like y'all say Charlie Ward. That's the reason why we've been in that funk for 20 years. But now they finally started bringing their players back. But now you got to do is give RJ his money. You gave you just gave my man Mitchell Robinson his money. That means a lot to people, to players in the NBA. Am I going to want to go there if after 4 years they're going to get rid of me? Then I don't want to go there. You know what I mean? So I think the Knicks organization is making a lot of huge strides in the right direction, letting teams and guys in the NBA know that the Knicks is a stable organization. If we come here, we can make it happen. And I just think that they're going to make this thing happen sooner or later. I'm looking forward to this thing, man. I really am, man. So let's hope that they keep trending in the right direction, keep doing the right thing, keep bringing these guys in here, man, to make this team better. And like I said, Jalen Brunson, he's just a piece to the puzzle. He's, Shaw Powell, but now that's giving us ability to go get somebody else because we finally coveted that spot that we've been trying to get at so long with that point guard spot. So I'm excited about the direction for the Knicks.
Another thing that the Knicks did and have been doing over these past couple of years since Leon's been here, they have been taking care of their own players. They've been taking care of their players. The signing of Burks, the signing of Noel, giving D Rose that contract and stuff like that. Now signing Mitch and stuff like that. They're putting out in the atmosphere a different rapport of this team. That if you come to the Knicks and you play well for the Knicks, and the Knicks really want you to be here, they are going to give you a little what you are owed, and maybe on an extended contract and stuff like that. So the Knicks front office is really sending the presidents out there that you come to the Knicks, and this front office, if you're here to play basketball, we're going to take care of you. If you help us, we're going to help you. And the way they cut those small contracts last year, at first, one of the worst contracts that I thought was the Noel contract because we still had Mitchell Robinson, but it ended up working out in a better part of Noel getting traded. So I think the Knicks take care of their players now. I think people will start seeing that. And that rumor that used to be out there about no one wants to go to the New York Knicks, the Knicks don't do their players right, and blah, blah, blah. That is all dead since Leon Rose has been here.
Yeah. I mean, that and Scott Perry as well.
And Scott Perry.
I think he kicked that off in 2018, man. 2018, he let them.
Hmm.
We gonna keep
They
you.
take care of their players.
Yeah, they players, man, and that's something that shows you in the right direction because you got to keep your player to let people know that you loyal and you want to see the
Hmm.
profit. He has been doing it, so salute to that. But you know what, man, I like for me, which is important to me, is the Fournier thing. It's not about how because he's not good. I just think for $19 million, you can get a two-way guy. To be honest with you, for that much money with a sniper like Quentin Grimes, that's why Evan Fournier is expendable. Not because he's not a good ball player. We got that position with Quentin Grimes already. And he making $16 million less. You got a guy like Quentin Grimes who can knock down the ball just like he can. And
And
people
play defense.
and he's not only a 3-and-D guy. Literally Quentin Grimes can put the ball on the floor and get down there in the
Hmm.
hole too. So for $2 million, get shoot the ball like Evan Fournier and play top-notch defense, he's supposed to let Evan Fournier walk to somebody else. No pun intended, but he just didn't fit for the Knicks, man. He didn't fit here. And think about it, we went to the playoffs last year. He replaced Reggie Bullock, and my man replaced Elvis Payton. Look what happened to us this year, because all the other guys was here. So it just didn't work. So I like to see him get something, but and put an athletic dog there, a cat who can get it on the defense end. Because if you score 20, you give up 25, it don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? It don't mean nothing. Evan Fournier dropped 20, but he give up 25, then it don't matter. Your plus minus still negative. You know what I mean? So it don't make a difference. You know what I mean? So I do like it. He need to go to a contender. I mean, a team already built to win. Now you can imagine him in LA with LeBron and them because he could hit that. He got that outside shot like Derek Fisher used to have, like Robert Ory used to have. Evan Fournier need to be out there with them dudes. He need to be on somebody like the Clippers or Dallas Mavericks, somebody where he going for a ring. He could be a major part in a 3-point shooter for a team like that. For the Knicks, we didn't need him. We wasn't there yet. And I just think that was that. I just thought that was gonna. I didn't like the way they did that because I didn't think Evan Fournier was the type of guy that would bring the Knicks anywhere farther. He's been a good starter in the NBA for the New Orleans, for the Orlando Magic and all that. They didn't go too far. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of glad that. If I like to see him move, just to the fact you could put Cam Reddish there. You can, you can put Artie at the 2, move Cam Reddish there. Damn, you could even put Obi there and keep Randall at the 3, at the 4. I mean, I think he moves that fast. So it's a lot of options at the 2 and 3 if you can move that contract. And then, we'll see how it goes, Shot Power. But I think that's one guy I would like to see Knicks just move on from and put somebody there like the guys in the chat is saying, Anunoby, somebody from our roster or whatever, or if you go get Donovan Mitchell, then it's put like this here. Evan Fournier ain't better than Donovan Mitchell. So I take Donovan Mitchell. I don't get how. I don't think Donovan Mitchell defense is worse than Evan Fournier, and he scored more than Evan Fournier on a regular basis. He 20-something a game every night. Evan Fournier is peaks and valleys. One game he might have 30. The other game for the next 3 in a row he might have 11. So I take Donovan Mitchell with another 10 million, 11 million on top of my man Fournier salary all day, every day. So we had to see how it goes, but I think the Knicks willing to deal it done. They're gonna make it happen.
I want to salute Keith Turner about what you said about that 11th pick and that trade on the draft night, how they had us stomachs all turning and didn't know what was going on and stuff like that, and it ended up working out. So I salute you to that one, Keith, because I was right there with you. I was like, dang, I never forget when they said the 11th pick and they said Usman, dang. I said, dang, like dang, really? But that was a good one for you. Salute, Keith.
Yeah, but they look what they did with that day. They said that
Right.
they said that dang over to Oklahoma City got 3.
Did the thing with it, man. We knew nothing of it, man, and it came out to sitting here like, I don't know about everybody else, but watching what they did and seeing what how we can probably move forward this year and stuff like that, and we still have some options to make some trades and stuff like that. I'm smiling. I'm happy. I think the Knicks are moving in the right direction. We got a slew of first-round picks. We got a slew of second-round picks. We're not too far into the cap space. I think we're like 123 million, something like that, with everybody signed right now. I think it's like 100. What is it, 123, 125 million, but we're not too far into the cap space. Man, I'm loving the way they're doing right now. If we could pull off one more deal
I'm
and
more
maybe and maybe get rid of move on from, excuse me, not get rid of, move on from Evan Fournier, and that'll make me happy.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, everybody, it's not about Evan Fournier is not good. Just to piggyback off the Quentin Grimes thing. This is Quentin Grimes rookie year. He had 3 games a year where he knocked down 7 threes, killing it. The man can shoot the ball. I mean, if you watch 82 games like I do, Quentin Grimes going to be the real deal for the Knicks. I mean, and he on a $2 million deal, rookie deal. He going to be special because that cat could D him up with the best of them. You know what I mean? He's a lockdown defender, and he got a good stroke. You know, he got a phenomenal stroke, bro. And so I think it's a gimme that you make that happen. Because let's say if you move him and Derrick Rose, that go 30. That go 30. Wait, now you back at 32 million, and you still got 5 million under the
Smash
cap.
some like button, smash some
Yeah,
like
yeah,
button.
real like them up, run them up with a thumbs up, man. We in the building, man. Knicks Real Talk, Shop Powell and Divine. But listen, hey, Shop Powell Real Talk. Derrick Rose 14 million. Um, Fournier's 18 million, 32 million. We still gonna have 32 million. Then you got 5 million. You were used to, you didn't, we not even over the cap. We still got 5 million on the cap. That put
Mm-hmm.
it to 30, 36, 37 million. I mean, the Knicks is in a good spot, and that go RJ's extension. So you have to move them contracts.
And that's not even excluding Taj and Ryan. I'll mess his name up. Ryan and Taj. That doesn't even count for their money too. That's another $8 million, something, 2 million and 4 million. So that's like the $6 million extra too. So
Yeah,
there's some things that we could do, man. I'm just staying optimistic, man. These Knicks have shocked me with they didn't really shock me. I knew Brunson was coming, but the drama that they put to getting Brunson was a little a little stomach aching and stuff like that. But we got him. We got this guy Isaac here, and we got two other guys. I mean, the two other guys that probably be in the G League, which is going to be in the Summer League this year. The young dude from the Dominican Republic, and right, and Kills. You know what I mean? So we do Kills, man. I really like Kills game, and I like I said, I watch him play a couple of Duke games this year, man. With he plays good basketball, man, and he's a strong downhill player, man. I can't wait to see what he can do in the Summer League this year.
yeah, yeah. We got a good summer league team, and just to piggyback off that. So just going over things like I just said. You know what? If you look at the way Brock Allah, the scholar Brock Allah, and put this thing together with this cap situation, everybody might have been complaining 2 years ago about these $10 million deal. I bet you ain't complaining now. The Knicks got it because they signed all these caps on short deals. They still got a chance going if you can move this for that and then move before spike. Think about if you keep Derrick Rose, even if you keep Derrick Rose and Fournier next year, both of them salaries come off the books. Both of them. You know what I mean? Derrick Rose to be on the book. They got team options. Fournier got a team option. That so I think we underestimate what Leon Rose and them have done. They they got 11 picks and 22 picks in 7 years, 11 in the first, 11 in the second. You still got flexibility with cap space. You got a bunch of talent down there. You know what I mean? We gonna do it the right way. You still got a chance to move and make more. You know what I mean? So I think they did a good job overall. I'm excited about it, man. We got to get it popping. But let's look at this roster. Who's y'all Knicks starting five? If you had to put a thumb on the scale, who's your Knicks starting five right now? Right now, obviously for me, Shop Howard, Jalen Brunson. I'm gonna have to go Grimes or quickly. And I don't think Evan Fournier starts for the Knicks next year. I don't think he starts. I just don't think he starts. So I'm gonna go quickly at Grimes, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. I would love to see Brunson, R.J., Cam Reddish, but I think it might be quickly at Grimes instead of go that way. But I would love to see. I definitely would love to see Jalen Brunson, R.J. Barrett. That's a nice backcourt. R.J. Barrett takes a little pressure off him defensively. Cam Reddish at the three with Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson, and that bench is deep. You still got a deep bench with Obi Toppin, Emmanuel quickly, Quentin Grimes, Derrick Rose, Jericho Sims, Harkenstein. I think that's a good team. Don't sleep on the Knicks, man. Real talk. I just think that I like to see how this thing gonna play out. And you still got McBride. You still all these cats, man. So it's a good look for the Knicks.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm really just waiting to see what this next shoe to fall, man. And I believe that we may move on from somebody. We got a couple of picks and stuff like that. And I think that If we add a little spice to the to Fournier steak and stuff like that, I think we could probably move him right along somewhere and start this year off on a good foot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, salute
Um,
to the chat, man. Real talk. Go ahead, bro.
a lot wise, I don't know how to send a link. I'll be about 4 days. I'll be like 52 years old. I don't know how to send no damn link. But I'm gonna try to get at you or somehow through here something like that to see what you're talking about. I'll figure something out. I get with Divine. He'll help me out.
Yeah, we get a pop because I've been meaning to get to the brother a long time. You know, like when it comes to technology, you know you can do what you can do, and
Yeah.
on the real, salute to the chat. Y'all gotta pop it up here, man. Y'all cats on fire. Like and subscribe. Put them up with a thumbs up, man.
Facts.
Top Power. We bringing some fire up in here. We dropping knowledge up in here. Don't front. You know what I'm saying? Don't hide the vibe, man. Hit them thumbs up, man. Run them up with them, man. Let us know what's popping, man. If you ain't subscribed already, subscribe. This Knicks Real Talk. No hyperbole. We straight facts up in here. Let's get it popping. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody out there, man. Where you're streaming from, you're checking us out from. We appreciate y'all coming here again with them. Salute to all the family always up in here each and every day, each and every way, man. But the chat, this is where it's at. Y'all run them up, man. But yeah, man, moving forward, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for the season. I think we got it going on in New York right now. And I think the structure, the infrastructure, the flexibility, the draft picks, the capital, we got it locked in all areas. Leon Rose, World Wide West, Scott Perry, Brock Aller, Walt Perrin, Klein, all you cats, man. Salute to you dudes, man. All you guys, man, because we haven't been in a place like this in New York for years. The New York Knicks infrastructure is solid, and they're making good moves. And I don't think people better take for granted what these boys are doing down here, man. Think about it. A lot of us have been Knicks fans for a long time. When could the last time any Knicks fan in this chat right now say that they see the Knicks in a better position since they've been a fan than right now?
Facts.
I don't think nobody can say that. Since
Long
you've been
time.
a fan of the New York Knicks, when can you last time you say these cats got draft picks? They didn't give them away. They got flexibility. And
Didn't get fleeced.
Didn't get fleeced. And the young talent be 25. You take out Derrick Rose and my man Todd Gibson Fournier and them. The Knicks got one of the youngest teams in the NBA. You know what I mean? So I think they're in a good spot moving forward. I'm happy that Leon Rose them sticking to their guns with the I want Donovan Mitchell here, but you're not gonna get fleeced for him. Because if you get fleeced for him in the 5 years from now, we're gonna regret that. You know what I mean? We don't want to regret anything. We just want to keep this infrastructure going for the next 10 years or 7 years anyway. We got a chance to bring in talent year after year. No matter what we do with it, we bring in talent shop, Howard. We got draft picks. Think about where the Knicks is at, man. Everybody think about what the team we got right now, and we still got 3 or 4 draft picks next year or whatever in the first round. No matter what, some of them protected. 5 draft picks next year.
5.
A solid team. You still got $5 million in cap. You know what I mean? And you still got movable contracts. So if we was any other team in the NBA, Leon Rose would be getting Executive of the Year because everybody tried to play the New York Knicks. We ain't getting that love. But them boys did a damn good job with this team, man. And I think they still the best is yet to come. So salute to them, Shot Powers.
Yeah, of course, man. I believe that now you see how the front office is really working their wonders, man. All these guys are putting their heads together and they're making smart decisions. Nobody's going out here and getting 4 picks from us and 3 of our young guys and unprotected and all that. They're not doing that no more, man. They can pick well. They don't have to be a top 10 pick. They can find somebody in a draft. Now that we got all these draft picks, we could bundle these things up. Things are good soon to come with these New York Knicks, man. We're gonna make some real major moves in these next couple of years, and I'm happy and I'm optimistic about what's gonna go on in these next couple of days. And salute to you, Allah Wise. Yeah, I think RJ is going to go back to the 2 somehow, some way. If we stay with Cam Reddish, or if we pick up OG, I would love to see that starting lineup as well. Like I want to see what Cam want to do. I really don't want to give up on Cam, man. But I think I forgot who said it, man. I think they both have 2 different agents, man. So the CAA and Clutch, so they might be ready to trade Cam on and stuff. I think I seen it on I heard it on Sim show or something like that. I forgot. Salute to Sim, but maybe that's the reason why they want to get rid of him so much, man. That's why maybe that's the reason why his name is always in a trade in the trade this year.
You know what, man, and you know, and I think for all those, even with the Devontae Murray thing, that's the only reason he didn't come to New York because he's a clutch sports dude. And Atlanta, that he's at him and Trey Young, two clutch sports clients. You know that was destined for him to go there. But you know what? You know, CA putting it on lock right now. But you know what? Listen, the Knicks. This is how good of a situation Knicks is in real quick, and I move on. If the Knicks wanted KD, they got enough infrastructure to get KD.
Yep, sure do.
If the Knicks wanted KD, they can help. They can make a deal with Brooklyn. Cause I think our infrastructure is that good. Whether it's Julius Randle, Fournier, 3 picks or 5 picks or whoever. If the Knicks wanted my man, they can go get him. I really believe that. That's how good of the situation that we are in right now, and be able to hold that contract down. It won't hurt us because we taking out what we bringing in. So that 217 for Julius Randle, the 2 years for Evan Fournier, that go KD money right there. So we only gonna be KD we on the book for us compared to what we got with Julius Randle and him for 2 years. And it's gonna be because Julius Randle making 29 that year, and I think KD making like 40 something. So for that 2 years after the Julius Randle contract is up, we only be paying him like 17 million more than we would have paid Julius Randle for 2 years. That's hustling. That's playing checkers, not chess. You know what I mean? So I think they got it going on in New York. But like I said, I think we got enough flexibility to do whatever. So let's see what they're gonna do, man. Let's hope we make a move before the season start and solidify this thing, man, and get New York on top of this thing. Because this is New York Knicks town. The Brooklyn Nets just work here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not get it twisted. This is a New York Knicks. This is a New York Knicks town. Like I said, Brooklyn just work here, but their work is over. Now it's time for Knicks to come back and rise to the cream to the crowd. We rise to the top. You already know what it is, man. We're gonna get a pop in New York, man. I'm excited about the Knicks right now. Everything they got going on, you know, not dealing with the hyperbole stuff. But I'm looking forward to the young cats of Summer League next week. On July 8th, they get a popping down there. I'm looking, you know, they got some good cats down there, man. Deuce and Bry going back down there. Jericho Sims going back down there. Grimes, Keel going to be there. Monchero going to be there. And my man Garrison Brooks from North Carolina, my boy, don't sleep on him. He going to be there. And, you know, the other Sims going to be there. A lot of cats coming back.
Hunt's going to be there too, right? Ferry Hunt?
Yep, Ferry going to be there. Yeah, they got a good Summer League team. It's going to be pretty awesome to see them cats get down. And that's why I said this roster, you know, a lot, you know, Monchero can make this roster. Literally. I think he could make it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think they're going to be 15 deep. You know, them guys might not play like, you know, right now, but I do think because we pretty deep, I like the Knicks team, man. I think right now that starting 10. I mean, that 10-man rotation right now, I'm good with it. You know, I'm good with it. You know what I mean? I think we got flexibility there, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited about New York Knicks guys. 2022, 2023 going to be a good season for it. Like you could book that.
I mean, I look at the second unit and seeing IQ, seeing Grimes, seeing you know, depending on if we got Ferry and Hunt, if we got you know, whoever we move, we got Sims. I mean, we got a couple of players that we can really plug in. I see a couple of our second unit being a pretty productive running through as well, you know, and you know, let's see what happens, man, because the if we can make one more move to solidify a wing, i.e. OG, since his name is the hot name out there right now, our second unit could be IQ, Grimes, Reddish, Obi, and Sims or Hagestein. That's not a bad second unit to follow up the first unit. And you know, Tibbs kind of runs that solid 10-man rotation right there. And then to have Sims as a backup, we probably re-up Taj, you know what I mean? We'll probably bring up one of these guys in the G League. I think Ferry and Hunt is still on our payroll and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we got some great ideas and some good things going. And the Knicks making smart moves. They moving Sims into a contract for I think it was 4 years. I think it was $6-8 million or something like that. It wasn't much, but that opens up another 2-man rotation and to the G League that can be a two-way players. So very smart front office right here, man. We really playing the cards right when we get them.
Yeah, they are, man. They wheeling and dealing down there playing chess, not checkers. For me, I look at the team right now, the way they presently constructed right now. Everybody in the chat, and when you listen, I think with the way that if the Knicks don't make no other move right now, I still think they're a 7th to 6th seed. I think they could compete. I think they could compete just due to the fact that Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? And everybody come back a year better than they were last year.
Yep.
Mitch Robinson coming out the gate healthy, not trying to recoup from a 9-month hiatus with a broken and now a short-winded. Now he coming in the season 100%. If nothing happened to nobody during the off season, if they all come in healthy, the Knicks got a solid team. And Mitchell Robinson coming in not short-winded. Now
solid 260.
He gonna be determined. He good. And I think RJ he playing for the bag. So I'm like, yo, man, I just think Jalen Brunson gonna make a big difference in New York. And I really like the way this team is built right now. And we still the best is yet to come. You still can get more. You know what I mean? And Julian, that second unit, you're 100%, brother. That second unit is fired. I think a couple of years ago, you know how that start second unit was running for the Knicks. They were really our team a couple of years ago. That front office, but they definitely they're definitely on it, man. They definitely on it. They headed in the right direction. I think and I think the maturation of RJ Barrett is impressive. If that boy, if RJ Barrett get the 77% free throw shooting this year, that's 24 a game. It's a wrap. And his field goal percentage will get better. If he could shoot like he shot the year before, when they won the 41 games, he was shooting 39% from three, field goal 44% from the floor. And if he can get back to that, then you'll see why that attention is worth it.
Oh, I believe he will too, Divine, because we got Brunson here. Brunson's going to set him up to, drive to the hole and kick it out. Drive to the hole and kick it out. And if you hit the shots, if every time he kicks the ball out, you hit the shot, you're going to see Brunson's assists go up, and you're going to see better percentage from the people around him. And that's one of the things that I'm more looking forward to seeing him drive to the hole and kick it out. Drive to the hole, kick it out. Drive to the hole and score the ball. I think he can do all of those things. So let's see what happens, man. I'm a little amped that we got a true point guard here that we haven't had, and since I can't even really say a healthy, young, gritty, young point guard, man. We haven't had that here in years, man. And I can't wait to see what he can do in this upcoming season.
Yeah, real talk, man. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, you look at the creme de la creme. You know, Miami gonna be there. You know, the Milwaukee Bucks gonna be there. I think the Atlanta Hawks took a big step with Devontae Murray. I think he's gonna help them a great deal. You know, Philly gonna be there. But I do think that from that fifth down, I think it's anybody's game. You know what I mean? Because you think about it, the Brooklyn Nets was in that top 5, but now they out. You know what I mean? Think about it. So they moved, so somebody now that Brooklyn spot that was with KD in there, they're not going to be there. So they fall in the top 5. You know what I mean? And believe it or not, and to the Miami Heat get another prolific dude. Jimmy Butler can't do it by himself, and all the other guys around, they're not consistent. So I think the sky's open, man. I think the sky's open for the Knicks. The sky's the limit. They can go in there and go hard. Tom Thibodeau, now he got a good core around him. Even if we keep Fournier, I just think Fournier goes to the bench. But I think you're going to have. I don't think a Fournier and a Jalen Brunson backcourt works, guy, because of the defense. The defense would be suspect. So even if you do keep Fournier, you put him in the second unit where the pressure's off of him. You could put Grimes or quickly in there or whatever and get it popping. So now you got a stronger defense in there, and you still got guys who are capable of knocking down 3-point shots. So and then you put Fournier back there with Derrick Rose and Cam Reddish if he's still here. Obi Toppin and Hartenstein still got a good squad. So I think don't sleep on the Knicks, man. I think this year they all gonna be hungry. They know they had a disappointing season last year. They were disappointing. So they all that's in the back of their mind that we had a disappointing season last year. We want to rebound and come back a different mindset. So the Knicks gonna come into play. So I'm happy about it so far.
I'm just saying, man. I just think they're gonna be. I think everybody's gonna be ready. And the one thing about some of the players on the team, well, I'm going to talk about Julius Randle. Julius is already working out. He's already practicing with them and stuff like that. He's back to the year before, and I think if he comes in with that same mindset that he has, that strong will, and get back to that 24 and 12. What was it? 24 and 12 or something like that. If he gets anything close to that, I think our team will be a better team this year, And let's see. I mean, that like I said, the I don't see Fournier wanting to go to the bench, man. So I'm hoping that I'm right about he doesn't want to be a bench player. He still thinks that he could be a starter. And I hope that we can trade him to a team where he could go and start. You know what I mean? So, and I like Evan Fournier. He has done an amazing job for us. He has broken the 3-point shooting. He has broken the 3-point shooting thing for us last year as being a Knick, making the most 3-pointers. So, and he got hot towards the end of the year. Towards the end of the season, he was shooting very well. He was shooting very well. So I believe that with Fournier moved, I think we'll have a better season this year, man. That solid 10-man rotation will be great, man.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? Ladies and gents, salute to my sister Shine, salute to you. Appreciate you sending it up. But listen, man, the Knicks have been shopping there before Fournier. So it ain't like they not doing it. The Knicks trying to move Evan Fournier. They trying to move him. So that's why I keep saying it gets to move on from him, because the Knicks trying to move him. You know what I mean? They literally, it makes sense. It just makes, if you a businessman, if you a GM, moving Evan Fournier makes sense when I literally going to say it again. You got a guy like Quentin Grimes who don't even have to give you what Fournier give you. But think about it. His defense is there, and he can shoot the ball like Evan Fournier. He might not be Evan Fournier because he's only a rookie. Evan Fournier been in the league 10 years. Can you imagine Quentin Grimes if he keep working on his game in 10 years? I mean, so I do think that having Quentin Grimes makes him expendable to me. When you could take that money and go get a creme de la creme dude. Take that $18 million, take Derrick Rose minute. If there's a guy out there that you could plug in the Knicks right now, starting lineup, that can help us get, you got to move him. You just got to move him. It just make all dollars and cents, bro. You know what I mean? So salute to the chat, man. Y'all up in here. Y'all got to pop and salute to everybody, man. Knicks Real Talk, Shaw Powers. We in the building, man. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. We going over the Knicks off season, man. We had a pretty good off season so far. The best is yet to come. Some leagues on the horizon. After that, man. I can imagine being a training camp this year. Like I always say, Shop, I love to be a fly on the wall in training camp this year. It's a lot of competition in training camp this year, and I think the big one for me is Cam Reddish, because his name is out there because of the expiring deal for him and all that. But if Cam Reddish going to be on the Knicks after all this trade stuff and all this go away, if he go into the season on a Knicks team, he's an aspiring contract. And if the Knicks free up the cap, that's why another reason I want them to free up the cap space with Derrick Rose and them. Let's say if Cam Reddish pops and the Knicks got to sign him. You know what I mean? So him and RJ get signed, and if Cam Reddish pop, the Knicks going to have some cap space to give him some money. So it's going to be a big year for him in a contract year, man. And if he's still on the Knicks by the time training camp come here, I think he's going to be one of the guys Tibbs going to have to keep an eye on, because Tibbs just was starting to get to see him last year before he got injured. You know what I mean? So I do think he's going to be one of the major players to me, man. What could happen with this thing, Cam Reddish? You know what I mean? And like I said, what about somebody say Cam Reddish and Derrick Rose? They both got aspirants, right? So what if somebody say, what if Utah say, okay, give me Derrick Rose, Cam Reddish, and 4 picks? Would you do it with Donovan Mitchell then? I think they would, because you got two players who could play in the rotation, and they both on aspiring deals, and you still get your picks. Then you ain't like, let's make it happen. So I really do think that it's very possible that you could see that happen. So the Knicks got a lot of ways they can go with the thing, but I do think the first and foremost thing is Cam Reddish. I don't know how he can't get this guy out this damn place.
They come once you block them, they come back on a different thing.
Yeah, y'all pardon me for this cat whoever throwing these chats up here, man.
I can get some mods in here.
Yeah, I do got to get some mods, man. Going into the next season, we make it happen, for sure, man. I don't like nobody be trying to deal with no crazy, on this thing. It ain't about that. But yeah, man, getting back to what we talk about, the Knicks they're in a good situation, man. They really are. So I don't have no problem with the way they operate right now. Let's just keep it going, man. And I think we're gonna be all right. But we'll see how it continually go, man. But it's all good here. But yeah, man. But the chat, man, we ready though. Knicks ready. It's gonna be an interesting season. We got to see how it goes, but it's definitely gonna be interesting. I think we can make it happen. So, Shaw Powell, just got to hope that we make some more moves. One more solid move. If we don't make any moves, I still think our team is good enough to get this thing popping for sure. Hey, yo, salute to my man Nigel. Nigel, what's up? Long time on here. My
Yes,
brother
what's
Nigel Luke was good with you. Nigel over there doing his thing, man, across and over in the island. Salute to Nigel, my brother. Salute. But yeah, man. So we just got to keep it popping, man. I'm excited about the Knicks moving forward. We got a lot of talent, man. Quickly Grimes, all these guys, man. We gonna do our thing, man. So I'm looking forward to the Knicks at least be right now 6th or 7th, and we go get somebody else that we can take it up another notch, shop house. We go get another star player. That we talking a different tune in New York right now.
I mean, and the sky's the limit right now, man. We have enough draft capital, and we have a little bit of space that we can, plug somebody in if they want to come here, man. Like I said, that the new hot topic is that OG Abanabi, and if somehow some way that we can get Fournier. And I seen you, Fabe, in the chat say Grimes. I do not want to give up Grimes, man. I hate to say this out loud, but I think before I give up Grimes, I'd give up Cam Reddish, man. And that hurts for me to say that because I want to see what Cam Reddish is really about. I mean, I think he's a 6'8" guy that could really get busy, man. But if we got OG, I think I would give up Cam before I would give up Grimes. That's just me. And I think to sweeten the deal, this is New York, man. You get nothing here easy. They're not taking one trade. They're not taking one pick from us. We got to give up 2 picks. Whatever we do, we got to give up multiple. You ain't gonna see a deal like what was the deal where they got like the deal for Murray? You ain't gonna see them. You ain't gonna see if that was us trying to get Murray, we'd have had to give up 4 or 5 first-round picks unprotected. You know what I mean? So that's the difference, man. We New York. They don't want us to be great at all, man. So if we try to get anything, we're gonna have to give up multiple picks. And I think that if we could get OG, I think that's if we could get Evan, Cam Reddish, and 2 first-round picks, I think that should be enough to get him, man.
Yeah. You know what? Real quick, Frank Monto, that's hard, bro. But I know what Spider can do. But 3 unprotected picks quickly, Cam, Obi. I guess, man. You got me on the fence with that one, bro. I do think that people sleeping on Obi Toppin, man. I think Jalen Brunson him and quickly gonna be in that second unit, gonna be fired. You see how them cats played at the end of the season last year. I think Obi and them with that transition ain't gonna be pretty tough in New York. But I guess I would have to because down to Mitchell and Brunson, RJ, Randall, and I think that's special. And Mitchell Robinson with that bench, yeah, I might have to pull that trigger. I might have to pull it, fellas. Real talk. But but that just goes to show everything we talk about. Everybody, that's how good of a place we in. That's a good spot we in, man. That we could do that. And for all those who didn't get to see it, let's show you why we picked up Jalen Brunson. I'm gonna bring it in there again, just to show and prove. Let's show you why we brought Jalen Brunson in here, man. And do it one more time for the people who didn't get to see it earlier. But this cat right here, I'm excited about him. You know what I mean? I'm excited about Jalen Brunson. He makes the Knicks a different animal. He can do it from inside, outside, up and down. He got the whole total package. So check out the young man right there as a facilitator. 3-point ball looked good. That was the 41-point game in the playoffs against Utah, obviously. He pushed the pace, which the Knicks been lacking for quite a long time. Pushed the pace, pull up for the 3-ball. Cat got dog in him. Look at him and RJ get into that lane like that. It's going to be pretty special because them cats there. Mid-range game, nice. Real talk. He's a true point guard. Slacking, I'm gonna blow right past you. So I'm excited about it, man. Control the ball. Don't fear nothing.
Watch out, Mitchell. Where'd Mitchell go? What happened?
Yeah.
Mitchell. Oh, watch out, Mitchell.
Back to the corner. Spot up 3.
Donovan, who? What happened?
Mm-hmm. He got it, man. Think about it. Knicks ain't had nobody like this in a minute. Bounce pass Dinwiddie. Boom. Assist in the bucket. Off the transition with pace. Look at that. The pace. Pace pushing. What I mean? Now, can you imagine that RJ, Mitchell Robinson, or whoever, Dinwiddie on the trail? You know what I mean? So the cat, he's a good floor general, man. He defense, he put in the effort. He might not be, he does do it. Might not be the greatest, but I think under Tom Thibodeau defense to cover that. But look at it, pace. You know what I mean? There, down, switch to the left. Boom. I like this dude, man. He got it in him. Real talk. Look at him. Just survey the landscape. Pull up for the three. Boom. Knicks ain't had nobody like this in a minute could do this. Play off the screen, bounce back, pop another three. Come on. Surveying the landscape, seeing that defense slack, looking over the cleaver, three, bang, knock him down. Cat got good floor general. Knicks ain't had it like that in a minute. Take the pick, shake and bake, mid-range again. Top level score, inside, outside, up and down, fast break. Checking my survey, shake and bake, crossover, and that should have been an and one. But yeah, man, that's what we getting right there, man. Real talk, we getting that dude, man. So look at him, floor general, and we got another bucket. He the 3-level scorer, shot power, inside, outside. Look at the pass, cleaver again. All them cats on the Knicks got to do is just stand on that perimeter and watch him go to work. Him and RJ downhill bully ball. Look at that pass. Yeah, man, that's real talk right there. That's what we getting. There's a Harkenstein right there, as you see. Another cat, stretch, get it. Defender, there you go, man. Knicks real talk, man. We in the building, man. That's what we got right there, y'all. Y'all already know. I'm looking at Jalen Brunson gonna do his thing in New York. I don't care what it, it ain't the side of the dog, it's the fighting the dog. It ain't the side of the dog, it's the fighting the dog. You know what I mean? You could be a big boy and still get bullied. You know, side don't mean nothing what you do or what you got. You know what I mean? And I think Jalen Brunson, for him being his height, he uses his size very well. And you know what I mean? So I mean, hey, and I think he's gonna be all right for the Knicks. I'm salute to my man coming to New York. I'm ready to get it popping, man. But that's where we at, man. I think we looking good there. Charlie King, my man, salute, Charlie. Appreciate y'all. Salute to the whole chat and everybody where you're streaming in from. We appreciate y'all. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Divine, Shy Power, sleep to our man KJ Events. You know he's busy with the family, the third part of the wheel. But man, real talk. We got to be excited as Knicks fans, man, just to know that we got a chance to go in here and coming in 2022-23 and make some noise. I think we're gonna make some noise in 2022-23. So I'm really excited about that, man. And looking forward, Shy Power. I think we're gonna be all right, New York.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. And on the comments about KD is a great player, man. One of the best in the league right now, man. Can't be understated, you know what I mean? But I don't know if I'm giving up all that for KD. I don't know. I mean, I was a little iffy. I was a little iffy at excuse me. I was a little iffy at giving Brunson like 25 at first. So you really had to massage me and rub my feet or something like that to make me even think about putting KD over. And he didn't want to be here. There we go. K. Yeah, what's up, K?
Devon Shaw, my good brother's family, Knicks Real Talk family, my brothers and sisters out there in the Knick world. Happy July 4th weekend. Right. I'm excited to be a Knick fan. Happy for the holidays. We're going to be starting Summer League soon, and I cannot wait for Summer League to start because let me tell you who's going to be asleep in Summer League. It's the boy Montero. Woo! You talk about a great passer. It's going to be a lot of competition for that second unit, and these guys have an opportunity, maybe, just maybe, to beat out Deuce McBride.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not sure what you guys got into today, but Montero is a sleeper, guys and ladies.
Yeah, real talk, man. I'm excited about him, and I'm excited about Keel. I'm excited about all of them, man. Next week we get a pop in the Summer League, Vegas, here we go. But you know what? It's just a beautiful offseason for the Knicks, man. Not a turmoil, just some good signings overall. Made some good moves to keep the right people up, bring the right people back. Happy for Mitchell Robinson. He deserved that. I'm happy about that. I can't wait to RJ get this situation out of the way. Because once you got everybody under contract, nobody worry about where they're going to be or what they got to do. Now they just go play. They go play. They got all that stuff off their mind. Now they just go play basketball. Don't worry about the outside noise. Season about to start. Do catch the work. I seen all the Knicks players, man. All they do is put in work. Every one of them. I see them working. So that tells me that they're ready going to season, trying to get down, man. And I'm excited. And like you said, with the acquisition of Eli, got in Summer League, we got a lot of stuff to think about. We got a lot of stuff to think about when it comes to, I don't know why I'm free. That never happened in a long time. We got a lot of stuff to think about moving into the season because we got a lot of good players there. We got to have to move somebody eventually. Some people won't be upset because they got to be up the rotation. But it is what it is, man. Let's go get it, New York.
Hey, Devon and Shaw, how do y'all feel right now with the I know all the acquisitions coming on, and I know last year we talked about all these guys playing. Are you in the mindset right now where, look, I don't care as long as the team is winning. I don't care who plays as long as we're winning. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, go ahead,
I mean, yes, to a degree, of course. Winning, you can if you're winning, then you can bite the bullet on who you really want to see. Of course, if we're winning, but we're not seeing Cam Reddish out there, if we're winning and we're not seeing Evan Fournier out there, yeah, it may be something. If we're winning and we're not seeing Quentin Grimes out there, something like that. Yeah, that could be something to talk about after the win. But if we're winning, I mean, winning kind of cures everything. You know what I mean? So I believe the players that we want to see and the players that might get out on the court this year may be a little different. So I think we got to kind of narrow this thing down to somewhat of a 10-man rotation and really keep stay with that 10-man rotation. We need one more piece.
Yeah, man. For me, whatever Tim decided, I'm gonna have to roll where he rolled with. I ain't got no choice anyway. The Knicks fan. Whatever the Knicks, I'm confident what they're gonna do. I think Tim's gonna have a bounce back year. He don't have to worry about playing players who's not ready. Whatever he decided to do, I kind of already said, like, I want to see Brunson, RJ, Cam, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. They all want to be here. But that would be me. Athleticism, good defenders. Like I said, can you imagine replacing Fournier with Cam Reddish from a defensive standpoint? You know what I mean? So I would really want to go that route. But Grimes quickly. I'm confident. I'm confident whatever Ted's gonna do. I'm confident that he's gonna make the best of it for sure. Yeah. What about yourself, man? What you think about KJ? What you want to see?
I just want to see the top 5 out there, and then whatever rotation players they put in there, and that's one part. But I also want to see how is Tibbs going to manage guys' minutes, and I don't want to see a lot of 30-minute games from these players because if we have all these new personnel and we might get more players, we don't need to play guys 30, 35 minutes per game. Forget the point total right now. Last time I checked, it's about team basketball. One person can't do it by themselves. If that, we would have seen a whole bunch of championships from different people. So my thing is stick to your game plan. You might have to switch it up. Last year's game plan was all these 3-pointers. If it's not going down, drive to the hole. But we have a facilitator now. So my thing, I just want to see people execute the game, play basketball, work hard, and get out there and make the next man up, and you can win some rotation run.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that we good though. I think we good there. The team is solid. Like I said, on paper we good. On paper we look solid. Now all depends what happens once we get into training camp and all this stuff, shape and mold together, and Tom Thibodeau know who he rolling with. Then that's where you really training camp is all about training camp. Let's see what they're gonna do with training camp get here. Excuse me for the freezing, guys. I guess y'all got it on fire in here. That's maybe why we freezing because it's popping. I want to shoot to the chat. Y'all got it popping. Everybody else, wherever you streaming from, and we appreciate y'all. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Devon, Sean, KJ, events in the building. Knicks off season, man. We doing our thing. But I like the roster for sure. No problem with it whatsoever. Let's go get it, man. And it's still we got some moves to make. But as we probably constructed, we definitely competitive. We definitely competitive. No question about it. And we'll see how it goes, man. But moving forward, we ready. We ready to compete. And we just one way to play away. Like I said, Jalen Brunson don't make the Knicks. He's not the savior. He's just part of the puzzle. He's just another piece of the puzzle with RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson. One thing you can truly say, Randall, RJ, Brunson, no matter what happens, Mitchell Robinson's going to be here for 4 years. They signed in. But once they lock RJ in, them three going to be here from a contract perspective long term. Everybody else, and Randall. So them cats got the longest contracts. They're going to be here. And then whatever you put around them guys, so be it. But I'm liking what I'm seeing, Shop House, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just ready for the season to get going, man. I want to see some of these summer league games, man. As you said, KJ, I think Montero is one of the sleepers. I also think that guy Kills is going to be a sleeper as well, man. That guy from Duke. I think he's going to be one of those
Yeah.
guys that we'd be like, wow, this guy's a really good ball player, man. I've seen him play a couple of games, man, and with Pontero, and he really can excite he can really excite the team, man. I'm looking forward to that right there.
And you see Sean Devon, and I think what the Knicks are thinking, Ryan, the reason why they drafted these guys, these other guards, is if it's a trade out there, is these two guards better than Deuce McBride? How they fit well with Grimes? So we all like Grimes shooting; he can shoot and play defense, but maybe Kills offers up the same service or even better, or Montero. So it's competition in the summer league, and to me, is if these guys outperform Deuce McBride or Grimes in it. Now, we've seen what Grimes and McBride can do in an NBA game. It's a different setting, but if they can outperform, then we may have some, because if you trade someone to get somebody back, somebody's going to want one of our young guys, either an IQ, a Toppin, Grimes, or McBride. One of those guys may go if we talk about bringing these other guys in. So we have to watch out for this. So I'm just excited about Summer League and to see what these other young men going to do coming in.
Yeah. You know what's interesting to me? I'm glad we brought that up, KJ, because we know Sims, McBride, and Grimes on that Summer League team is going to be on the roster. Now, does Montero or Keels crack it? Or does Garrison Brooks crack that rotation? He's a nice power forward. So, see, that's what I love about this team. We literally got 5 guys in the G League. 3 of them was on the roster already last year. But we definitely got 2 guys on the roster that could come from the G League and play on the Knicks. That's if we don't go out there and get a veteran, an older veteran to help shape more, or let's say if you keep Todd, you bring Todd Gibson back, so you got Todd. I think they deep there. It's going to be interesting what they do. It's going to be deep, because we got a lot of people down there. If you say think about this here with Harkenstein addition, now that means Jericho Sims might be the third backup center. Now McBride might even get in a rotation off the door anyway. You know what I mean? He might not even get in the rotation. The Knicks got a deep squad there, man. Let's hope they can put it all together like a nice puzzle, man, like a nice jigsaw puzzle, and go out there and win some games and get us in the playoffs and get back to what we missed last year, because we could have been there last year. Like I always say, guys, if Nerlens Noel went down, got hurt, Derrick Rose wouldn't have got hurt, Kemba Walker would have kind of some way panned out, we would have been in that playoffs, no question. But because it didn't happen, we had to kind of rely on some guys who just came in their rookie year and really wasn't ready to take that role of being a good NBA player. It took time. But I think this year is different. Everybody come out of training camp. The Knicks know what they got now. So, and I think we'd be good in that department. I'm excited about it. Let's get it popping. The chat got it popping. It's all good, man. Knicks Real Talk. Y'all know we real up in here, man. Real talk, man. So salute to everybody out there. Let's get it popping. Keep it going for a while, man. Shot Power, man. Give me your thoughts on that starting lineup, man. Do you think that we literally take Evan Fournier out of there?
What I'm hoping for this year is two kind of starting lineups that I want, but this is actually the starting lineup, my first one. I believe Brunson, Grimes, RJ, Randall, and Mitchell Robinson should be our starters. I think that should be our starting 5. The second one would be Brunson, RJ at the 2, Cam at the 3, Randall, and Mitchell Robinson. So, I think Fournier is going to get traded, man. I don't think Fournier wants to come off the bench. I don't see Fournier starting this year. Now with the presence of Cam Reddish, I think Cam Reddish is, if they go up against each other in the scrimmages, I think Cam Reddish is going to go off on Fournier, man. I think he's going to start making those moves when Fournier starts throwing his hands up and doing all that stuff. I think Fournier is ready for Cam Reddish. You know what I mean? And I think Grimes is a defensive guy, man. So if Grimes has to do that on Fournier, I think Grimes is going to get really up in him. I think if he goes to the bench, I mean, he could possibly make one be a bench guy. That you got IQ, you got Fournier, you got depending on who's going to be that man in the starting unit. Then you got OB, and you got Isaiah. I don't know, man. I think we need one more guy to finalize that 10-man rotation, man. And if we could, I don't think Fournier is going to be here, man. I really think Fournier is not going to be one of those guys. If he starts with Brunson, I mean, he may picked up a little. Maybe he's in the offseason, he's playing some defense, trying to move his hips a little bit more, trying to move his feet a little bit more. Because with him on the floor with Brunson is going to find him. You know what I mean? Brunson will find him, and he can look. We sitting here talking about we don't want him in the starting unit, but with Brunson on the court, that pick and roll between him and Brunson is going to be a solid pick and roll, man, and he's going to be able to hit that shot, man. If he comes in anything like he ended the season last year, I think it's going to be a problem. So those three guys, Grimes, Fournier, and Cam Reddish, those three guys are really going to go at it this offseason.
Yeah, real talk. And Katie, let me ask you a question, and everybody in the chat as well. We got RJ's extension coming up. What's your gut feeling with RJ Barrett's extension? What you guys think that's going to happen with that?
125.
Darius Garland just got 193. Zion got close to 193 plus. The center make it 215. Zach LaVine got 213. So you got a couple of guys got their extension and they got their money. So now it's RJ Barrett back up the bat now. What do y'all guys think? What's going on with that, man? How much you said, Shop Hours?
125 over 5 years, 25 a year with incentives. So this way, with the incentives, if he makes an all-star team, if he plays this amount of games, if he could get his free throws up to 75, 76%, then those incentives could be about $5 million more per year. But I think his base salary will be about $25 million with incentives, where he could possibly get close to about $30 million a year.
What you feeling, KJ?
He's 22 right now. I give him 5 years, 135. Just because it's going to go up again. And so by the time his third or fourth year, with his projection right now, based on the 2-3 years he's been here, his projection has been higher every single year. So 4 or 5 years from now, do we believe RJ is going to be a all-star? Yeah. So give it to him right now.
Mm-hmm.
We see what these other guys are getting right now, and RJ will become the first player since Charlie Ward to get extension. Don't forget, Mitchell Robinson was a second round pick.
Mm-hmm.
He was a second round pick, so it didn't count. So again, 5 years, 130, 135 million to RJ Barrett.
I'm about there. I think RJ for me. I think I'm gonna go 150. I think I'm gonna move it up maybe to one. I figured if Darius Garland and Cats getting like 100, 190 million, 190, all these guys. So I think RJ worth 150. And second year in the league, took the Knicks to the playoffs with Julius Randle. Not a lot of cats can say they did that. The young man came in here every year. He got better. And I think the Knicks know he's part of that franchise. He's a franchise player, but his determination is off the chain. I think he want to be that dude. And that's why, but I do think that he might got him to do 150. Just like you said, because of the CBA went up. The salary cap is going up a little more. I think they lock him in, and you know what, and make it happen. So, but I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. I think RJ gonna be good here. I mean, I think every year, time RJ getting this, he's 22 years old. Time RJ Barrett get 26. The amount of stuff he done learned in the NBA, and he done played against he already played against the best. You know what I mean? He done played against Jimmy Butler, all these guys, dropped 46 on the heat. You know what I mean? And I think, like we always talk about on the show, imagine if he would have hit a free throw this year. If RJ Barrett would have hit a free throw, we would be talking about giving him a certain amount of money more than we giving him. Only reason we're not talking about giving RJ Barrett like everybody else is because, you know what, we feel like he might not be a good shooter. But you got to remember, also was contributed that he got to play around Julius Randle, even though they get the same amount of touches. But think about who he's playing around. He got to play next to Julius Randle. You know what I mean? He had to play with Fournier, and he had to play with Kemba Walker. Think about the year before that when he didn't have to play with them guys. RJ Barrett helped bring the Knicks to the playoffs. You know what I mean? He was the second highest scorer on the Knicks in the playoffs, 41 wins. Julius Randle had a good year. RJ Barrett was the second best player. So he already developed himself as a winning player. He just got to get more consistent with his percentages. And then after that, I think he's good. So we'll see, man. It's going to be really interesting. But I do think the Knicks take care of him, and I'm happy about it. I like Broadway Barrett. He wanted to be here, bully ball, and like I said, we can go back. We can convert back to what he did not this year, the year before. 44% from the floor, shot 39% from three. He might not replicate that, but if he shoot above league average and he get his free throw from 71% to 80%, that's 25 a game for him. And he's doing all this on an inconsistent percentage. You know what I mean? So I think this year, and the Knicks know that. They ain't crazy. They know. They like, man, listen, everybody on the Knicks had a bad year last year. Shot 40% from the floor. Everybody, except for Mitchell Robinson, Obi Toppin. You know, they was up in the 70s and the 50s. Everybody else shot under 40, around 40%, which is terrible. So I think he come out this year and have a better year and get a pop-up shot power. So I'm looking for his maturation. I'm looking for the Jalen Brunson thing to make a big difference with him too. Because like I said, now you can't key on him now. Now when Jalen Brunson drive down that lane, you can't double team Julius Randle. You can't double team RJ. You can't do it. Jalen Brunson will eat you up. So I do think Jalen Brunson could bring out the best of RJ, and he don't have to be forced too much because it was either him or Randall had to be the takeover guys. You know, but now you don't have to worry about that because he got another guy in the starting lineup, which Kemba could have been, but because of health issues and all that, he couldn't have been. But now you got a guy who can get you points like Kemba Walker, younger, and I think he's ready to go. So I think that makes RJ game even much better to me. You know, we've been missing a point guard for years, KJ. You know what it is. When last year when Mitchell Robinson was coming from them live, Alex Berkson seeing he's not a point guard. You know, and he didn't see Mitchell Robinson. A lot of cats didn't see Mitchell Robinson. But now you got a guy like Brunson who won't see him. So I think he makes everybody better. So we'll see. But I think
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
The right point guard makes you a lot better. Mm-hmm. Pass first point guard. He's a pass first point guard. We haven't had that. And believe it or not, Alfred Payton was a guy that was a decent point guard. He just couldn't make 3-pointers and he couldn't finish it layups. But again, you take out a guy like Alfred, and I hate to go back to him because of what happened. But if you look at his game, look what Payton did for this team. He made Julius Randle better. And what happened to Julius Randle that year? He won MVP. So imagine what a guy like Brunson can do. And doing it at a bigger, he played with a superstar already. So I want to play a quick game with you all. Most points on the Knicks this year. Who has the most points this year?
RJ Barrett.
Josh.
Mitchell Robinson. No, RJ Barrett. I believe RJ too.
Most assists.
Jalen Brunson.
I'll go Jalen Brunson as well.
Okay. Most steals.
Mitchell Robinson.
Most steals, I'm gonna have to go with, if he's in the rotation, Quentin Grimes.
That was a good one. I forgot about Quentin. I'm dead serious about Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is like 1.2 steals a game. So I think him being back there, set up where people can't really penetrate to the hole like that, I think he's going to get more steals this year. So I think Mitchell Robinson can get 2 steals a game.
Most blocks.
Mitchell Robinson.
Does anyone make the All-Star team?
RJ Barrett. Maybe even Brunson.
So we think 2 people's gonna make the All-Star team from the Garden?
I'm being over optimistic right now, but I think Brunson's gonna come in here and set a precedence here where he can possibly maybe touch a little bit of that All-Star, and I wouldn't be surprised if Randall comes back to his winning ways too. So, but I'm going to definitely say RJ Barrett.
Most disappointed.
Evan Fournier.
Most disappointing.
That's if he's here.
Right.
That's a hard one, man. Because I don't really see it. I really don't see it. Maybe I'm being a homer, but if I had to pick one, I hate to pick one, but I really can't. Let me see.
Just don't say Brunson.
No, you know what? Most disappointing. I don't think nobody gonna disappoint us, Nick. I think the Knicks locked in.
All right.
I can't put that out there.
Will our free throw percentage be better than what it was last year?
Yes.
Definitely. Yes. That should be a must. We got to shoot around 80% as a team.
Who will be the leader scorer on this team?
RJ Barrett.
Yeah, RJ.
How many points per game?
26.
How about you? For you,
what's that again? What was that?
How many points? Who will we lead the score? You said R.J. Barrett too, right?
I think RJ lead the Knicks with 24 games this year.
24. Most minutes played.
RJ Barrett.
How many?
33. 34.
I'm going to say Brunson, and I think he's going to do about 32.
32. Comeback player of the year. 6 minutes. Do we have any 6 minute of the year?
Yeah,
on this team.
I like that. Keith Turner, real talk. Comeback player of the year or 6 man of the year. I think Emmanuel quickly. I think Emmanuel quickly breaks through this year. Him or Obi Toppin.
How about you, Sha?
Defensive. I'm gonna go Mitchell Robinson.
No, that was a 6 man of the year.
Oh, 6 man of the year. IQ. I think IQ is going to be off the bench, so I'll go IQ.
And last but not least,
I think IQ, that's his role. I think that's his role.
Okay, and last but not least, does any of these new guys, Kills, Montero, Ferry and Hunt, crack the rotation?
No.
Crack the rotation. No. Only way I see any of those guys cracking the rotation if somebody gets really hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll say it like that. And I don't want nothing hurt, but I think I like Kills. I like Kills' game, but I think Kills may edge out McBride. He plays the great defense too. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I like Kills, man.
This the last one, I promise you guys. Oops. Will the New York Knicks win the Summer League championship this year?
Because I don't know every team and they roster, but because I'm a Knicks fan, I'm gonna say yes. But I don't know all the other teams' rosters. I don't know how good they are. I haven't even dove into that. So just from what we got on there, we got a chance to win it. So I'm gonna say yeah.
Yep. How about you, Sha?
Yes.
Yeah? I'm gonna say yeah to that because we have a big three. Big three in G League and the Summer League is McBride, Sims, and Grimes.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, man. But that's what I'm saying. It should be a good season for the Knicks overall. And I think just to answer, Nick, I think quickly minutes gonna come from either the 2 or the 1. He's gonna be able to play. He's gonna get his time at the 2 or the 1. You know, I believe that. So that's why I think now y'all see why I say Evan Fournier got to be traded for Quickly and Grimes. I don't have a problem with Quickly and Grimes holding down the 1 and 2 for New York. I mean the 2 guard spot. I'm sorry, the 2 guard spot. So if you move Fournier, then you hopefully Quickly and Grimes can hold that down for us. I think that's what Quickly minutes come in. But who knows? We might send Derrick Rose to Milwaukee for the clear cap space because that they need him. You know, backing up Drew Holiday and inspiring and maybe Derrick Rose can help Giannis and get over the hump. I think right now Boston and Giannis and probably gonna be the team to beat. But hopefully if Philadelphia get a pop, and I think they're the 3 top teams in the East right there. So if Derrick Rose go out there to Milwaukee, which he's right next to Chicago, which he would love, he'd be close to home. Then you would have to do something like that. Him or Fournier, one of them got to go to free up time for these guys. But it'll be really interesting moving forward, man, and all that good stuff, man. But I like what we had as the team. I think we're gonna be ready to go. I think we're gonna get in there and get it popping, man. Real talk, man. So you cats, get ready for it. But like I said, I would love it. I can't wait to training camp. You know, right now, sadly, we're gonna see what's popping in the summer league, but training camp gonna be off the chain though. That's gonna be crazy because there's a lot of competition here. Cat fighting for minutes, spots. How Jericho's gonna feel about Hartenstein, how quickly and all these guys and Derrick gonna feel about Brunson. They're gonna be battling, bro. Hartenstein and Mitch going at it. Yeah. It's gonna be pretty fun. Now that was crazy about it too, real quick. Cam Reddish, think about it. He get to come to the Knicks with a full training camp. Think about it.
Facts.
See, that's what everybody got to realize. Cam Reddish get to come to the New York Knicks this year out the gate with a training camp, learning the offense, learning the typical defense. Cam Reddish now he got a chance. I think he's gonna be that one guy. Like I hate to keep bringing it back up. That's why Evan Fournier is a spinner. We got too many good young dudes who could fill them spots. I think Grimes Quickly, Cam Reddish. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be fun. we're gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm really excited about it, man. I'm moving forward. It's gonna be a fun thing, guys. Excuse me for all the freezing, guys. I don't know. This is the first time I did that in a while. I don't know what's the situation with that. I apologize for that. But it's gonna be fun though. We're gonna.
That's because the chat is on fire tonight.
Right. That's what it is. They're killing the game right now. Salute to the chat. Is run them up with a thumbs up. Knicks Real Talk. We in the building. Devon Shaw, KJ Events. Talk. Let's get it, man. Y'all make sure y'all run up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's a good question, Al Lee. That's another thing. Is Rose gonna be healthy?
Rose being healthy. That might be the starter off, and that might be our sixth man this year. I forgot about that. If he's still here, that might be our sixth man coming off the bench. He might be our sixth person off the bench. IQ might come in after Rose. So,
let me just reiterate something. Quickly is he's not a better shooter than Fournier. Fournier is a good veteran, been in the league 10 years, but he's one-dimensional. I know he might have let us steal a little bit at the end of the season, but quickly can put the ball in the hole. Quickly can give you assists. He can shoot the three. He got a good float game. He's only a young dude. He's his second year dude going to his third. So you got to give Quickly the advantage. Not only that, he does more things than Fournier. You give Fournier the 3-point shot, that's it. Quickly's a way better defender than Fournier. Night and day. He could pick you up from the back of the. He could pick you up from the back court all the way up to the front court. Evan Fournier can't do that. Evan Fournier coming off a screen, give him a shot, he knock it down. I'm not hating on him, but he gets to the lane with that little floater every now and then. But think about it, this is different. Look what he did last year. Look what Quickly did last year. Evan Fournier had more minutes than Quickly. He only made 3 points more than he did. Evan Fournier only scored 14 points for the Knicks last year. Quickly had 11. So he younger. He made $2 million, not $18 million. It's not whether he's better than him or not. It's what's best for the Knicks structure. I think you can let Evan Fournier go because Emmanuel Quickly made $2 million. Evan Fournier made $18 million. You can get a shooter. You can get shooters all day. But he's not two-sided of the ball like Emmanuel Quickly. And he's not quick. He don't break down defense like Emmanuel Quickly. You know what I mean? So I just think that Quickly's more. And even though the whole team shot bad last year, everybody shot bad. I think Quickly is more serviceable to the Knicks than Fournier at this state. At what we had as a team, I think he's more important to us because think about it. If one of our point guards go down, Emmanuel Quickly can play the point guard. If one of our shooters go down, no big deal. We got shooters. So let's say if Evan Fournier go down, we got Grimes who can shoot. We got a 2 guard that can come in there and hold it down. But if one of our point guards go down, let's say if Brunson go down, then what?
Hey, watch that.
Right. So I think Quickly is more valuable to the team. Not that he's better than Fournier, he's more valuable to the Knicks, and that's the reason why I think that's the difference with me.
And Devon, I'm happy you brought that up in case because we have to think that in the long run. Like we just signed this guy, somebody can go down, but this is why the Knicks are building their farm system up with guards because guards was our biggest nightmares for years. So we keep building these guards and developing to the way the Knicks play right now. We'll have guards for years to come up through that G League just in case somebody does go down. Like Quickly, this will be Quickly's 3rd year right now, right?
Fact.
So now with Quickly, again, we might see a backcourt of Brunson and Quickly to begin the season with. Just think about it. You can go different ways with it. I said Grimes, but we could start a backcourt of Brunson and Quickly with a Barrett, a Randall, and also a Mitchell Robinson. Hey, why not? Could work in both ways. So
yeah, exactly because of what he could do with the ball. You know what I mean? He's the young man is on the cusp. I think he'll have a breakout year. That's we just looking at what he did last year. At least one thing I can say about Quickly, what did he score in his rookie year? 11 points, right? What did he score last year? 11 points. So at least he consistent. You know what I mean? So I think that's important to know that, and I think he's gonna be better than that. So let's hope that Quickly and them get it popping, man. And we'll see how everything go. But I'm excited about it. So for the Knicks, real talk, man. We're gonna come in the season. We're gonna be scrappy shop hours for sure.
Yeah, and like was said in the chat, I forget. I think it was out to I forgot who had said it, but it's not the fact that we're hating on Fournier. It's just time for an upgrade. We got 3 guys that's going to be kind of fighting for that same position, and is Fournier better than Cam Reddish? Is Fournier better than Quentin Grimes? You know, and is Fournier willing to be beat out by either one of these guys and come off the bench? I don't believe he's ready to come off the bench.
And like I said, the Knicks, we put like this, like regardless of what we may think, the Knicks are trying to move Evan Fournier. You know, whether you disagree with him quickly, you disagree with, you know, who that, the Knicks ain't trying to move Emmanuel quickly. The Knicks trying to move Evan Fournier. All right, let's put that out there. They are not trying to move quickly. They're trying to move Fournier. Not because quickly is better than him. $18 million, $2 million. And if my man only getting you 14 a game at $18 million, regardless of what you may think of him, he getting you 14 points a game. Even I don't care how good he shoots three, he only give you 14 points a game, right? Don't matter how many threes he shoot. Emmanuel quickly is giving you 3 points less, a better facilitator, a better defender, and he's on $2 million. It ain't about
and he grab rebounds and gives us and he gives assists.
Right. It ain't even about that. It's about what's best for the team. And I think that because Emmanuel quickly is young, energetic, can defend, and he haven't even hit a ceiling. Evan Fournier is at his ceiling. He's been in the league 10 years. 30, he's at his ceiling. Emmanuel quickly haven't even started getting to a ceiling yet. He's still in the basement almost.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I look at that.
Right. And a team right now that's looking at Evan Fournier, they can say, look, my man played 80 games, averaged 14 point per game, and shot 38.9% from three-pointer. Who wouldn't want that on their team? You know, I just like he did break the record for the Knicks, so it's a 3-point record. But my thing is with that is Evan Fournier is valuable to another team. It's just for us on this team, the way we play, we want to play fast and with a different pace. We were last in pace. So what Jalen Brunson does for the team, he paces us down. Evan Fournier, unfortunately, I think he has to leave in his contract. We need some of that money back to get somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely. Because to me, I don't see Brunson and Evan Fournier in the backcourt. Our defense, that would be like almost like Kemba Walker and him. The defense would be abysmal. Then you put more pressure on Mitchell Robinson in the front line that had to get these guards passing you all day because they just running through you like a turnstile. Now you call them put more pressure on Mitchell Robinson and all the guys up front that had to defend your guy because they beat you off the dribble all day. That's why I guarantee you can't put him and Brunson in the backcourt. We'll be back down. We'll be in the middle of the pack again on defense again. You got to have somebody who can stop you in that backcourt so it takes the pressure off of Mitchell Robinson and them. So I do think if you put it, that's why I like Quentin Grimes. He's a defender. He could do what Fournier do and shoot the ball. He's a good stroke shooter from three. I think Quentin Grimes one day will be in an all-star game weekend 3-point shootout contest. Now you could book that because that's how good his stroke is. The cat hit 7 in the game 3 times this year, last year in the past season. You know what I mean? When he healthy, he can knock him down. I think if he would have got hurt at the end of the year, we might have been a little bit more competitive to get to the buy-in. So I think guys like Quentin Grimes, you know what? When you go into training camp, you'll see. You will see how they're going to compete. They're going to compete. May the best man win. No matter what we think, is what Thibodeau and them think. And if my man Grimes going there the way he played defense in that backcourt, him and Brunson, I don't got no problem with that. I don't have a problem starting him. If you want to keep Fournier on this team, put him on the bench and let Grimes start. I just think Grimes is that good defensively and his stroke is that good. You know what I mean? And it slows down them guards in the back and penetrates. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting, though.
Yeah, reading all these chats, the chats are going so fast. I'm trying to catch up on the chat, but I believe, like I said, man, these 3 guys are really going to have to go at it. And I mean, I could, like I said, my starting top 3, I think it could be Brunson, RJ, and Reddish, or I think it could be Brunson, Grimes, and RJ. So if we want to move this ball and push this ball with pace and get out on some of these breaks, one of the things that we lacked last year was fast break points, and we were kind of one of the last teams in that also, and with a different pace to the ball, with some better wings that these young guys that really want to run and stuff like that, I think we can pick that up as well. So I think our pace will be different next year, and I think our fast point buckets will be a little better than they were in the prior years, this last year that we just had.
Yeah, and here's another something you got to think about too with Brunson. You remember the guy? He's a point guard, right? Who was the point guard on Dallas last year in the starting lineup?
Luka.
Brunson.
Exactly. That's what everybody missing. Luka Doncic was the point guard, the primary dominant ball handler on the Dallas Mavericks last year. That's why Jalen Brunson wanted to leave, because Luka Doncic, but the ball was in his hand so much, he didn't get a chance to show a lot of things that he could do, because Doncic was that dude. He's that point guard, blah blah blah, whatever. And so for him to play with Luka, you notice when Luka didn't play, his numbers was higher. You know what I mean? When Luka Doncic did not play, his my man Brunson numbers was up at 20 a game almost. You know what I mean? He did 16 a game this year. So when Luka wasn't playing, because you know why? He got the ball in his hand more. That's why he wanted to come to New York, because New York said he could be the primary ball handler and to run through him. That's a big difference, guys. So you got Luka taking all them time away from him. He got to sit around there and try to get in with Luka, because Luka got the ball. And I'm just sitting there like I'm on a 3-point line or whatever until the ball gets to me. See, you don't have a problem in New York. You know, and I think that's a big difference. That's why I think he gonna do his thing here, because now he got a chance to be able to have the ball in his hand more than Luka did. You know, and I think it's important.
Divine.
Yeah.
That was 1,000% fact. Sorry to cut you off, brother. What you just said about Brunson and Luka. Without Luka, with Luka on the floor with Brunson, he averaged 14.1 points per game. Without Luka, he averaged 20-something points per 20, I think 20.1, 20.2 points per game. So Knicks is like, you could come here and be the man. You could take the ball out of Julius Randle's hand. You could take the ball out of RJ Barrett's hand. You're the primary guard now. This is the way we want to play. Now, when you're not on the floor, maybe RJ will bring it up. Julius may bring it up. But Julius, we don't need you to bring the ball up no more. You have a primary guard now that's going to make everybody around you better. And this is what Brunson does. He slows the pace down. He paces the game. And this is the type of play that we're going to need if we get to the playoffs. We need someone to slow the game down and put people in the right positions.
Facts. Real talk, man. Yeah. So that's what I think it worked out well from that standpoint. Everybody. I think it was a good acquisition, no question. Good acquisition. It will make a difference in New York. He's that type of player. And him and RJ Barrett going downhill, straight bully ball. I mean, that's why I love about him. He goes downhill. He don't go east and west. He goes north and south. You know what I mean? He's straight downhill. He can get in the lane, create some havoc. And now the double teams is not there no more. You know what I mean? Randall free to roam, RJ free to roam. Whoever going to be that other guy, the two going to be free to roam, or if RJ at the two, whoever going to be the three. I mean, and even if Fournier sitting in the corner with a wide open three, because he can get that ball to him. But I think no matter what did, Jalen Brunson makes the Knicks much better, because we haven't had a Jalen Brunson in years. You know what I mean? So I do think that he makes them better. We one thing we don't know, because you're not around these guys every day. We can't cherry pick on these players because in his rookie year he did that. You don't know a guy's determination and with his confidence. One thing about Manuel quickly and all these guys are Obi topping them, they are confident that they can be better. They put work in. I don't care who you are, what genre they're in, what type of work you do. The more work you put in, the better you get. Emmanuel quickly is going to his third year. Obi Toppin is going to his third year. They just got to the NBA. So they still got little things they can work on and get better. You see quickly all summer long down in Miami running. He running all over the place. And you look at some of the things what he's doing out there, you can see his game starting. He's starting to learn the NBA. You know what it is, KJ? It's slowing down. You understand what I'm saying? The NBA is slowing down for these guys now, because when they first got here, it was like a deer in the headlights. But now it's slowing down. Now they understand the game more. They understand how this dude defend them. They understand how this dude defend them. So I think you're going to be able to see a lot of different stuff moving forward with the Knicks, man, because I just think that it's about patience, man, and letting these guys grow. Rome wasn't built in one day. You already know what it is. You got to give a chance to let these guys enough time to master the NBA and understand what the NBA is about. And I think that's what they're doing. So I'm happy about that. We'll see moving forward, man. But I like where we at, though. No matter what, and none of these guys might not guarantee to be here. No matter if it's quickly Fournier, Obi Toppin, they all ain't guaranteed to be here. It's about the name on the front, not the back. I mean, much as we like these guys, it's on the Knicks to tell you if they're gonna be here or not. So whether we don't like this guy, we don't like this guy, it don't even matter what we think, because we ain't the Knicks. We not the GMs, we not the presidents. We don't see these guys every day. we are just basketball guys who want to analyze and use our God-given talent, to say that we know we pretty wise at what we do. All of us, all the guys in the chat, we talk sports. That's what we do. We talk sports. We know we break down what we think we break down, and whether we right or wrong, it don't even matter because it's what the New York Knicks gonna do. We ain't Scott Perry, we ain't Leon Rose, we ain't World Wide West. You could say Quickly not good, we could say Fournier not good, you could say Randall suck. Don't matter to them. They don't, that it's what the New York Knicks want to put on the floor to make the team competitive. And so we may think he's not better than Trae Young. It don't matter. But we just like to talk Knicks because that's what we do as fans. We fans first and foremost at anything. But it's on them guys. That's their job. That's why they make the millions of dollars, not us. We just kind of analyze things to see what we think. We would hope they do some of the things that we talk about. But it's KJ. To me, I think they're doing it good though. I think they're
absolutely. Right. And like a couple streamers ago, we did a thing about hip hop. Who does the Knicks remind you of hip hop? So tonight I want to do something called who's the R&B group for us for this New York Knicks team right now? What are you feeling tonight, Devon? What name would you give them?
R&B group. The name for the
R&B group.
R&B group.
In the chat, I want y'all to chime in. Give me an R&B group that you feeling right now about this Knicks team.
I got one. Boys to Men.
I think that's the most.
Damn, Shy, you took mine, Shy. That's the one I had, man. All right.
I think everybody gonna pick that one.
All right, boy, you can't say Boys to Men because that Boys to Men. I would say the same thing, but go with a different R&B group.
Oh,
and chat, y'all can play around with us too. We need to know from y'all what R&B group. Give me a name of an R&B group. It don't matter what year it is, but the name it has to.
You got Casey and JoJo. Okay, check it out. Because we brought Brunson on.
That's Jodeci.
I'm a New Edition. And good one.
Okay.
Them peoples, man. Them are actually my peoples right there. Me and Stevie go way back, man. Salute to that with LD. Cat used to come up to my house, used to get on the turntable, and he used to drop on the mic. Force Indeed, I went to school with his brother, man. TCD in New York, man. We went to trade school together.
Yeah.
My peoples, man. Real talk.
Yeah, they
hey,
all
Devon, Force and D's is the one that played in the house party, right?
Yeah, that's all Kid and Play. Force and D's was
that was
that was them, right?
Now what's some two boys' name?
Kid and Play.
No, Kid and Play. Yeah. No,
but
talking about
R&B group.
Hold on, I'm about to call their name. Lisa Lee, Coat Jam.
Yeah. I could have sworn. I'm sorry. I thought that was the Force and D's.
Coat Jam.
Hey,
Jackson 5. I like that one.
Yeah. I want your new edition on that one. And man, East Blue got 112. Nice one.
So,
Sha, who you got, Sha?
I'm trying to think of some. I'm trying to think.
4 fours. That's
4 fours. 4 fours. Yeah. 4 fours. My bad.
Yeah, damn,
I'm trying to think of something now, man. R&B group. But we said New Edition already. Oh, what the hell is the name of them boys from give me a second.
BBD?
Not BBD. The man, what is the
you said boys from
name?
Philly? I heard that.
Yeah, I think they were from Philly,
boys,
man. Or Detroit. Were they from Detroit? It was 5 of them, man.
East Blue got Millie Vanilli. And East Blue. Knicks ain't lip syncing up in here, man. We real this year, man.
Oh man, what is them boys' name? Hold on, I gotta take the ears out. I gotta think of their name.
From Detroit. Wow.
Man, I can't think of these guys' name. I smoke too much sometimes.
That's crazy, yo. Oh, that was good, though. Good question, KJ. But yeah, I gotta go. I'm going with Lawad. I gotta go New Edition.
New Edition.
Harkenstein and all them cats, man. All the New Edition to the team.
I'm gonna got an old school one. I'm gonna go with the
Boys to Men.
Boys to Men.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Troop. You remember Troop?
I remember them.
Yeah, because the thing, old school. This is all from the 90s, like I grew up in the 90s Knicks, so I got to go with a 90s group band because it reminds me a little bit of feel of the 90s feel. You got some young with the old. So give me some
Troop. One. Tony.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
Tony.
Nice, he's nice. Yeah. Wow, that's what's up. That was a good one, KJ. But yeah, man.
Menudo.
Take six.
David got take 6. Yeah.
Hey.
I see what y'all doing back in the day. I see what y'all doing back in the day. That's what's up. But yeah, man, Knicks Real Talk. That's what we like to do, man. We like to, keep some humor, some fun up in here. And that's why we here, man. Knicks Real Talk, Divine, shout out KJ. The chat is where it's at all day, each and every day, each and every way. And he said, hopefully not the Grateful Dead. They was bad. And Nick Yak, they was pretty bad back in the day. They got the 5 heartbeats. Please.
Well, listen, hey, chat. We going through all genres of music. Let y'all know we saving the rock and the EDMs. We tell you about that later as the Knicks get into the season. We got way more groups. We got music y'all never heard before that we gonna get into.
He said the 5 heartbeats. Yeah.
Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up.
I'm about to go do my suit on. Hold on. Let me get in my suit real quick now.
Hey, but that's what we do here, man. Break up the monotony a little bit, man. Show some love and have some fun with it, man. That's what it's all about, man. We love talking split, but we also got to keep it fun, man. But listen, man, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Real talk, man. You cats been popping tonight. Real talk, man. We appreciate y'all coming in tonight, man. And it's all good. We do this thing again. Y'all just look for the notifications, man. He said Eddie Kane Jr.
Hit him with a line, Eddie Kane Jr. Come on, Jarvis.
Is there a heart in the house tonight?
Sing it, Shy.
Stand up. Stand up.
Wow. But yeah, man, real talk, man. So far so good with the off season. We've been pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm really like with the direction we going in. We just got to, man. He said so. As Randall,
try to come back.
Randall making a spin move.
Hey, I got one more. I forgot. Soul for real. Soul for real.
Oh, Soul for real.
There we go.
So for real. So for real. Right. Yeah, real talk, man. It's fun, man. I'm loving every minute of it. But listen, everybody, man. Summer league start next week. We being in the course of the week. If some break in the next couple of days, we'll jump on and get it popping, man. But I'm happy with the way the all season started so far from the draft up to now. I think we did good as a team. When you look at all the pieces there, hopefully they all come together like glue. He said, "Dang." But yeah, man.
That's how I said. That's how I said when we got the 11th pick. When they said Igloo dang, like Elton Lee said, that's how I said. I was like, dang. Oh, dang, not. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good chat tonight, man.
Yeah, man. On fire, man. Y'all already know what it is. But y'all talk to me, man. I wish we could stay all night. Y'all know it's kind of hard to do. But we got to get up and do some things tomorrow, man. But listen, man, y'all enjoy your $4. First off, y'all be safe out there, man. And keep your ears to the ground, your eyes open, man, and enjoy your weekend, man. Fireworks and all that good stuff. Whatever people gonna do, but y'all be careful out there. Be safe, man. And we'll see y'all on the next one, man. Real talk. I wish we could stay here all night because it's been fun up ahead. KJ got us popping with the R&B. He took me back too, man. He took it to the R&B. Now when I get on the show, just write down all the groups. I think we forgot.
Man, you got my eyes dry as hell.
Listen,
that's so
this
good.
one thing about Knicks Real Talk. We gonna give you that real, and we gonna give you the other real. We human like Devon. We human. We like to have fun. We love our Knicks, but we also just the other part of the show that we gonna bring you more and more content that we want to get into. So I want to personally thank everyone tonight for coming on in on the 4th of July weekend, and wherever
Saturday
you're at,
night.
right, wherever you in the morning you're watching the world, stay safe, be vigilant, and help others as you would help yourself. KJW events, Knicks Real Talk.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what y'all putting on the grill this weekend. I'm gonna get a popping with. I'm gonna get a seafood display with some plant-based seafood. I did all the other stuff on Father's Day, but this one I'm going straight lobsters. Oh, I'm going out, bro. Plant-based everything, lobster, you name it. I'm putting it on there on Monday, man. So y'all enjoy yourself, man. And like I said, have a good time, man. You know what it is, man. Real talk. I love you cats, man. You cats are the best, man. You know the chat is where it's at. Without you cats, we go Knicks Real Talk. There's no reason for us even to do this without you cats, man. The chat is where it's at. You already know, man. Like that's the visible panel. We had a big invisible panel tonight. Y'all cats were getting it up in there tonight, man. So y'all make sure y'all run them up with the thumbs up, like, subscribe, keep us in the fold, and we're gonna keep bringing y'all some more and more content as the days go on, as the things get better. And I'm looking forward to the season, man. I really am looking forward to it. But next week, Summer League, July 8th, We'll be in the building one day this week. We'll let you know. Check for the notifications. And then, like I said, man, appreciate y'all. Professor Real Talk, man. You know how we do. Jarvis and everybody. Let's go, man. Let's get it. To my brothers from another mother, my partners in crime, Sean, KJ, and Vince, man. You already know, Jarvis, sweet baby Rays all day, brother. You already know, yes, indeed. But yo, hey, KJ, Sean Powell, I'll holler at y'all, man. We just get up out of here. Salute to the chat, where it's at. Y'all already know Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. We in the building.
Run them thumbs up. Run them thumbs up.
Run them up, baby. Run them up. Run them up.
Run them thumbs up.
Yo, peace. Time for divine shot, KJ events. This Real Talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world, most famous arena. With a click, that's the conglomerate. The Knicks Real Talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variant, dominant. Paying homage to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, you straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. 50 tripping in 10 books. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base like the lake, Anthony Mace. We create the logo when there's hair space that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. And 50 dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I say true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew, so here's a few bars that shine like stars divine on Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks Real Talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it.